You already know what it is. Often imitated, never mother effing duplicated. It's the NFC East Super Friends and all of our splendor. When our superpowers combined, you know what it is. Welcome back to the channel. Yours truly, Louie T, representing the Washington Commanders. My guy, Bad Dog Sports, representing the New York Giants. And of course, Lord Brunson, our guy, LB, representing the Philadelphia
Ready to take us on a 3-hour tour.
Captain Brunson.
Yeah. So last year, he wasn't the captain of the ship, but he was on the boat.
I was on the boat.
He was on the boat. So we'll see if he can get back to being the captain of the ship. I thank y'all for joining us tonight. We wanted to take the time to thank you guys for all of the support. We're almost at 10,000 subs, man.
Close.
We really appreciate y'all and all the support that you've given us. We appreciate the support from the last upload that we did with ScooterMaguder. It was a very successful stream.
Yeah, it was.
And you guys really enjoyed that. So at some point, we're going to run it back with Scooter because it was a fun show. We enjoyed
Scooter
it.
was fun. Scooter was good.
He was awesome.
He was.
And we said we were going to react to any supers that you guys left in the comment section of that video. So we're going to clean that up tonight. And then we're going to go camping a little bit, man. All of our teams, obviously, all the teams around the league are in camp now, including all of the NFC East teams. So I think all of us have a little feel for what camp has been like thus far, some things that have stood out, some things that may be a little disappointing, but nonetheless, you're excited about camp. Everybody's tackling. Everybody got pads on at camp?
Yeah,
right
our pads are tomorrow. Eagles pads tomorrow.
We had the pads on today.
Yeah, we had pads on for the first time today. So we're getting to that point now where shit's getting real. Whew.
Yeah. Does Dallas have pads on?
I don't think.
Do they have pads on when they play in the regular season?
I mean, I know they throwing interceptions.
I don't think they have pads on yet. They just did. You guys?
They got pads on. It's just in that one area. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yo, listen. Did you guys see Jerry Jones the other day when they
Sleepy Jerry? That's Sleepy Jerry, bro.
Man,
that's Sleepy Jerry, bro.
It was bad, man. I played it on my podcast. And I'm telling you, I
don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm gonna play it after this stream.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if we got time, I'll play it up here for you guys. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, if Jerry was running for an important seat in the country, we would ask him to be replaced.
Yes, no doubt about it.
He's not. Jerry ain't the same Jerry.
Jerry,
I don't want him replaced. Leave him there. Let him live to 150 years old.
The title of my podcast was "We Must Protect the Jones Family."
How to protect him?
Like this man was talking about running speed option, and he was talking about being Patrick Mahomes. And I mean, this guy.
I don't know what he was talking. He said something yesterday talking about the horses on the saddle. I'm like, Jerry.
Yo, Jerry is out the pasture.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, he's like.
It's rough.
Yeah, acting real sleepy, Jerry.
Yeah. We got to keep. We do have to protect him. By the way, I understand we had a couple special today. Louie, happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Oh man, I am now 38 years young.
God, you're a
kid.
Kid.
Congratulations.
You're a kid.
They don't get up there, man.
Kid. You're a child. You're a kid.
Wait. Bad dog. You had a birthday too.
I did on Saturday.
My Leo brother, man. Happy.
That's right.
Birthday, man.
I had a birthday on Saturday. Thank you, sir. Almost 50. I'm almost 50 years old.
What do you mean by almost 50? Are you 49? Are you 48? What do you mean by that?
I'm almost 50. Let's leave it there.
How he tried to omit the number, right?
I'm almost 50.
Yeah. He asked me my number, and then when we
Right,
got
right.
now,
Listen, when you get to a certain age, you
you only count the good ones. After you turn 50, he gonna say, "I'm almost 55." He gonna
right. No, 29 again. I was 29 again for like the 20th year in a row. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
I know where the time goes. One good thing about being old is I remember when the Giants were really good. Twice. I remember when they were really good.
Yeah.
Look, man.
I remember when the Commanders were really good. That's how old I am. That's how old I am, Louie. I remember the Commanders being really good.
It's about to come back around. It's about to come back around, man. I'm feeling really good about where I'm sitting right now, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, just to let everybody in the chat know, I see a couple people asking, we will not have a Cowboys guy tonight, but we will have one on the next stream for sure.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
We'll still, I'll still kick y'all while y'all down. I don't need nobody here to do that. But yeah, we ain't got one tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna save all of my hate for when somebody's here to represent.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can still pick on them. I mean,
and of course we're going to. We've already done that to a certain extent, but anyway, I like to do it when somebody's here.
Are hard-headed. Yeah, you ain't lying.
When we can
ask my wife.
Somebody. Come on here and absolutely decapitate one of these Cowboy fans. So we'll wait for that to happen on the next stream. But we did want to clean up the supers from the ScooterMaguder stream. That was a massive success. Again, that was a lot of fun, and we really appreciate the support that you guys showed us there, because it was a little bit of a different format. Obviously, we're normally live. That one was an upload, and you guys still participated, so we really appreciate it.
Maybe next time we can.
Yeah, I think we behaved ourselves well enough that we can bring him on live.
But I will say this: Scooter held his own.
Yeah. I said that in the stream. I didn't know how he was going to stand up.
He held his own. Yeah. He held his own.
He stood up tall, man. I was proud of him. I actually was, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be some dudes that we bring on that I'm telling you, I don't know if they're gonna make it. Right?
It's gonna be cookie crumble. I think our next guest gonna cookie crumble. I ain't gonna say his name. He gonna crumble.
Yeah, it's some dudes that they think they ready. But they
ain't ready for this.
They have no idea.
Indoctrinated real quick.
That
goes on in here, boy.
We're gonna do them like LB and send them off sailing with a hat.
Exactly.
Here talking crazy, right? So we're gonna play these super chats real quick, and we're gonna respond to them. So the first one was from Chippa. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Chippa, who writes, y'all got Scooter on here. Oh snap.
It was a legendary stream.
It was, man, and we really got big shout out to LB. He was the one pulling the strings on that one. Yeah, he was the one that was able to get Scooter on the stream.
Listen, and I'm about the team. I'm about the team. I never even had Scooter on my personal channel, but I knew I was going to use that wild card when I needed to.
It was a good time.
We needed it. Yeah,
definitely. Chris Peace, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, the Commanders will go 11-6 this year, but 0-6 in the division. I don't even know how
I got Chris.
You get that done, right? You know what though? I will ask any Commanders fan out there real quick.
They would take it.
Would you sign up for 11-6? But 0-6 in the division?
As a Giants fan, I would sign up for that any day.
I thought
you're most likely gonna get a wild card out of that.
No, you're getting a playoff berth with 11.
Yeah.
11 wins. I don't care how.
I'd take it. It'd be painful to go 0-6 in the division again, and that would mean you won every other game outside of the division. And knowing that the division that we play this year, the divisions, but specifically the AFC North with Pittsburgh and Baltimore and Cincinnati, like if you're beating those teams, you got a shot, right? I mean, it's tough that you didn't win anything in the division, but that I heard your joke, Chris. Okay, I saw your joke there. All right, 0-6, and that we're not doing that anymore. Okay, those days are over. All right, that was last year was the last one, I promise, at least for the foreseeable future. Kenny D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Kenny D writes, man, so glad the round table is back. Likewise, man. We're so glad to be back. He says, Lou loved the new gold pants. It feels good to bring those back. He says, Bad Dog, Malik Neighbors was a great pick, man. He looks good.
He looks amazing right now.
He looked like a stud.
He looks real like a stud. I'm so
I don't want to
glad.
get too hyped up, but yeah, it's been a while since we had somebody like that in this team.
Odell Beckhamish, right?
That's what I said. He's a bigger version of Beckham. That's what he could be.
I'm just so glad.
Does he have that breakaway speed though on a slant like Odell?
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
he ran a faster 40 than Odell.
Yeah, Odell was a 4.4 like 6 guy. A lot of people think Odell was faster than Neighbors is legit.
Neighbors is like 4.38.
He's ridiculous. It's just so good that Daniel Jones is throwing him the football. That's the only thing that might save us. Daniel Jones throwing him the football.
He connected with him in camp. He connected with him in camp so far.
But the Giants fans, man, when I make the videos, when I make these videos about Neighbors, like, who's throwing him the ball, man, dog? We got hopefully Daniel Jones get him the ball. I'm like, listen, if Malik Neighbors is getting free off the line of scrimmage, you can get him the ball. If he's drawing a double team, you can get Wan'Dale Robinson the ball. So Malik Neighbors is going to open it up in the pass game. We're not going to go out and throw the ball 50 times.
Malik Neighbors is going to get Daniel Jones fired.
Because he's
not going to be getting the ball.
Open and he's going to be missing him.
Regardless of what happens this year, Malik Neighbors is only 20. So it's not like he's retiring next year.
You're right.
So if Daniel Jones don't get it done and it's Cam Ward throwing to him, it's Cam Ward throwing to him. Somebody else. But Malik Neighbors is here.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
I want to ask you a question, but I'm gonna wait till we get done with the Supers.
Yeah. We're gonna get to it in a second. Scooter, welcome. And LB, fly Eagles, fly.
You already know Jergens season.
Jergens.
I might have to get a bottle of Jergens. I might have to get sponsored by Jergens. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, easy there, buddy. Easy there.
Hey, I don't know what you thinking, but I ain't thinking
easy there, buddy.
Pause.
I'll get the Jergens sponsorship because Cam Jergens might be
there, buddy.
Cam Jergens may be rubbing a lot of defensive linemen wrong this year. So I gotta get the
Hey, pause again, man.
That was an intentional pause.
Hey, wait a minute. All right,
you know what I'm saying? I think calling him beef jerky is a pause, but everybody keep doing that.
Wait a minute. Just hydrate. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Right. CJ had MHJ and Olave. Burrow had Jet and Jamar Chase. Why is that an excuse for Jaden Daniels? And what he's referring to is the success that we were talking about from quarterbacks. Scooter talked about not liking Jaden Daniels and what he did at LSU. And he had, those big time receivers. We're just talking about Neighbors. Obviously, he had like 3 different receivers that were really good at LSU. Same thing that Burrow had when he was there. 2 of them got drafted in the first round. Did Thomas go in the first round?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts played with a slew of good wide receivers in college.
Yeah,
and so I that's not like a reason to not like a guy because he had talent around him. That's how you flourish. That's how you win a Heisman Trophy. That's how you play big time football in the SEC. You need talent around you to succeed, and he had that. And you don't.
And to be fair, he got some in the NFL now too.
Yeah, you don't penalize a guy for having talent around him in college. That's crazy to me. So
yeah, most good quarterbacks do have talent around him in college. I'd say the one guy that really didn't, honestly, no, like superstar, Caleb Williams didn't have any superstar talent at USC,
right? And that was reflective in their win-loss record. And
their defense was reflective in their defense.
Their defense.
Lincoln Riley. I think Lincoln Riley make a great offensive coordinator in the NFL, but that guy has no defense whatsoever.
What I struggle with him and other coaches like him is you can't just find a guy that is exceptional. Like
they don't
know how at Alabama, Nick Saban, who is a defensive guy, but he found Kirby Smart. Like I got a guy, right? That can handle my defense for me.
They don't recruit well. This is why. It has nothing to do with
even on the coaching staff. They don't recruit well.
I'm saying like they don't recruit well out of high school. They just don't recruit. Lincoln Riley does not recruit defenders. I mean, you look at all the Oklahoma teams. And I said USC is just Oklahoma West. It's the same thing. Like they beat California like 50-49. He doesn't believe in defense at all. I mean, Oklahoma, he had Baker, Heisman, Kyler, Heisman, Hurts, second in the Heisman, Caleb at Oklahoma, then went to USC, Heisman. I mean, he gets quarterbacks play well, but you look at the defenses, they're historically poor under him. So But yeah, I think Rice might have been the best guy. Brendan
He's
Rice
always a name. He's always a name every year to get an NFL coaching job too.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, he's a genius, but he just, I wouldn't want him to be a head coach in the NFL. But you never know. Like, I always feel like he's going to end up in Dallas. It's just kind of where I feel he's going to.
He could. I mean, it's interesting because I think you've got to have like NFL chops to want to coach for Jerry Jones because you got to know how to handle them.
Yeah. Well, that's why Sean Payton didn't end up there, I'm sure.
I think it's got to be somebody that can tolerate that. I don't know if everybody.
Yeah, because I mean, why is he? Jerry Jones he just need to be quiet sometime, man. I think that'll help a lot.
Nah, let him be.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say nah. That's what we want. We want him to be Jerry Jones.
I'm almost 50. I want him to live to be 150.
That's what I said.
Like another 100, I want Jerry Jones still owning the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, that's what we said. That is the way that they continue to be irrelevant come postseason time is with Jerry Jones in the saddle running the show. So we wanted to now go around the NFC East and into camp. You said you had a question, LB, so you can go ahead. And
it wasn't camp related. It's a hypothetical for Bad Dog in the Giants community. Would you entertain a Dak Prescott if the Cowboys don't give him an extension? The pair Dak with Malik Neighbors. He knows the division well.
No. Why would I want a quarterback that can't win in the postseason, LB? I mean, Dak Prescott would not have better talent around him in New York than he would in Dallas. So no, I mean, he's had the best. He's had CeeDee Lamb. He's had Amari Cooper. He's had was Des Bryant?
Gallup. Yeah, Dez's rookie year. Yeah, Dez's rookie year. Yeah, Cole Beasley.
So, I mean, he had Ezekiel Elliott in his prime. He had a great offensive line, and they have gotten as far as Daniel Jones has. No, definitely not. If you're moving on from Daniel Jones,
especially not for $60 million.
Right, I was going to say you want a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract. If you're going to move on from Daniel Jones, you're not doing it for say the Giants were a quarterback away. Say our offensive line was solid, we had a great running game, and our defense was top notch, and we were an 11-win team every year. And it was Daniel Jones that just kept getting injured, or was the reason we were getting held back. Then you might entertain it, say that guy might get us over the top. But we're in no position to take on a veteran quarterback right now. Like, he's not going to make the difference.
Yeah.
So no, I'd rather just go the rookie route and just pay a rookie quarterback, a rookie money, and build a better team around him because you got more money to play with. Most teams win Super Bowls when the quarterback's on a rookie contract because you can build around him better. As soon as they get that money, you have to pull it from somewhere else. And,
right.
That's why a lot of teams don't have dynasties. What the Chiefs are doing is impressive, but it helps when you have Pat Mahomes and
Andy Reid. They have minimal talent, and Patrick Mahomes can shoulder some.
That's what I'm saying. Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid is pretty damn good. They find a way. Travis Kelce's pretty good too.
And Chris Jones. I mean, they got elite talent. They got elite talent. It's just they know where to cut corners at, and Mahomes and Reed allow you to do that too.
Yeah,
and it doesn't hurt that Steve Spagnuolo is a defensive wizard too. Yep. So, sticking with Bad Dog though, I've really enjoyed the offseason Hard Knocks.
Yes.
What has been your biggest takeaway from the series thus far? The last episode is tomorrow night, by the way, for those of you keeping score at home. What has been your biggest takeaway from watching it?
For me, I like the last one a lot. The last episode where they brought in all the guys. They brought in Odunze, Harrison, and Malik Neighbors at the same time,
right?
Which I thought was kind of interesting. And I like when they said, "Can we draft all three of you guys?" And I just love the way they went through, all the scenarios of talking about they try to trade up. We're gonna think the draft is gonna pull out this way. Do we want to trade with Arizona? Arizona we don't want somebody jumping up ahead of us. They really wanted Malik Neighbors, which is something I didn't know because I figured if Marvin Harrison was there, they would have taken him. And you saw
the receiver coach said literally, if they're both there,
Malik Neighbors goes their number one guy. And Joe Shane said, well, if somebody trades up or Los Angeles takes Neighbors, we can trade back to 9 with the Bears. They might want to move up and get a lineman. Then we're going to get Rome Odunze, who ended up going 9th, or Brock Bowers.
That was the plan.
So, I like when Dable said, Nick Saban says there's two pain in the asses.
Right, in the
Brock
draft.
Bowers and Malik Neighbors. So that was to me like it seemed like they really wanted Malik Neighbors, and they were never interested in JJ McCarthy.
Right.
And they were never interested in Joe Alt. Those are things I took away from where there was talk about. I thought the Giants were trying to blow some smoke when it came to McCarthy so that somebody would jump up and take him, perhaps, and a guy like Drake May would fall. I was also very intrigued by the fact that Jaden Daniels was their number one quarterback. When they said to people, would you trade up? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I thought May was their number one guy, but it seemed like they wanted the two kids from LSU, and they got one of them. So I've loved this series. I've never watched a Hard Knocks before this year.
Shame on you.
And I don't have HBO. I bought HBO just for this. And I've loved it.
That's
so
no excuse, bad dog. You know somebody with HBO Max. You could have been watching.
I don't know.
I don't watch Hard Knocks either. This is probably the first year I watched it, only because a team from the NFC East was on there.
I think Dallas is on it.
A couple years ago. I didn't watch it though.
But they were like that was during training camp, right? This is the off season, so this is kind of totally different.
I'm more intrigued by the off-season version of this than
me
in
too.
season or the training camp version. Like I'm fascinated by how you build the roster, the decisions that have to be made. Like I thought, like you said, the last episode was fantastic from this standpoint that you got to get into the mind of Joe Shane. Like he had to set up his board and explain to the higher ups, like, this is my thought process. Okay. The two quarterbacks are going to be gone, right? 1 and 2. We kind of anticipate that.
3 of them. They figured all 3 were going away. And you heard the Patriots say we're in a different spot.
Yeah.
We might entertain it, but we need a quarterback.
We need a quarterback. I mean, he said, unless you're trying to, knock our socks off, essentially.
Right.
He's like, we're not doing that.
Right.
So, it's fascinating going into the different phone calls that get made to just test the waters to see, hey, what are you guys thinking about doing? And so he was able to kind of set up his draft board like, okay, New England's staying at 3. They're going to take a quarterback as well. So now the real draft begins at 4 with Arizona.
Yep.
They love Marvin Harrison Jr. So he kind of figured out, okay, they're probably going to take him at 4.
And they said that, Harbaugh loves to run the ball.
That's right.
They're probably going to take Joe Alt. But if somebody trades up to 5,
that's right.
You're looking at trading back. If Malik Neighbors was gone, they're looking at trading back.
Yep.
So it was very interesting. And of course, the Saquon Barkley drama.
It was.
That's what I want to get into.
You know what I learned there?
It sounds like to me y'all fumbled that one. By what I've seen.
We didn't fumble.
That's the thing is, if you look at it, you got to look at the totality of. You got to think about last year too, when they offered him a deal and he didn't take it.
Right. 2022, they offered him a deal during the bye week and he said no. And then they offered him more money and he said no. Yeah. And at that point, to me, I was like, that strained the relationship. And the Giants weren't going to offer him more money in 2024 than they were
in 2023. Right.
But they asked him, so it got confusing to me when they asked him for an opportunity to match it. We're gonna let you test the market, but are you gonna let us match it?
Because they just wanted to see what the money was, right?
Correct.
What if it wasn't significant money, right? What if the number ended up being 10.5? They were like, oh, we can pay
that's confusing to me though. So how in one breath do you say that this is our most popular player? This is our best player.
Jane didn't say that. Mara said that.
Who that's the guy, right? That's the guy that calls the shots at the end of the day.
Yeah, but your most popular player ain't winning you games. Your most popular player is getting you 12 points a game because you can't protect your quarterback. Barkley's hurt every year, and he has no holes because the offensive line sucks. It was time to sometimes you have to take a big swing at something, man. Sometimes it's addition by subtraction. The Giants have more holes to fill. The Eagles can afford to pay Saquon. They have that luxury. They're set up to win. They got a young quarterback. You got 2 great receivers. You got a good offensive line. Your defense, I don't really know about your defense, but you guys were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. You can afford to pay him. The Giants have been a 6-win team pretty much since Barkley's been there. And we won 9 games in 2022, but it wasn't really because of our offense. It was more because of our defense. So you have to go back to basics. You have to build the line of scrimmage. And the running back is, like I said, it's kind of an accessory now. It's not as important as it used to be. We couldn't afford to pay him. It's not that they didn't want to pay him, but they couldn't afford to pay him. And when people talk about the Daniel Jones situation, I'm like, listen, they offered Barkley this deal. He didn't take it. Then they got a deal done with Daniel Jones in the 24th hour because you couldn't tag them both. So if you tag Jones, Barkley walks because you can't tag them both.
I think they would have preferred to have tagged Jones. Really.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's what they did. Why they tried to do it with Barkley. That's why they tried to get a deal done with Barkley. Right. Couldn't. So they got a deal done with Jones and said, we're going to tag Barkley. And Joe Shane could have been a real ass to him and said, hey, we're tagging you again. And you can hold out. You can do whatever you want.
Well, you know what's interesting when you say that? There was some truth in that. So I don't know if you remember, that was episode, I want to say it was 2, maybe it was 1, where he was prepping for the Combine press conference with the PR guy for the Giants.
I think it was episode 2. I loved that too.
And he said, he asked him, well, you know, they're going to ask you about potentially tagging Saquon. And he's like, well, I don't give a shit about tagging him. We offered him more money last year and he didn't take it. I don't give a shit how he feels. And the dude, the PR guy looked at him like, I wouldn't say that. If I'm not going to say that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Of course not.
But you know,
well, you know,
that way though. He felt that way, Bad Dog.
Yeah, he felt that way. And now
betrayed by Saquon in that situation.
And those conversations were cold. You could tell.
Oh yeah.
So
even with his agent, you could tell.
Tackle him 2 times a year now. I mean, like tackle him 2 times a year now. I think Saquon gonna run for 200 on y'all.
I don't. That's the thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, Saquon's got that game circled." I'm like, you don't think the Giants have that game circled? You don't think that defense is circling, going, he ain't beating us. Jalen Hurts might do over 400 yards, but Barkley ain't getting shit on us. And don't act like this defense ain't better than it was last year. Our front seven's pretty damn good. Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Bobby Okereke, Azeez Ojulari if he's healthy. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's no match for us. We've been running the ball at will against you guys for like the last 3 years now. I think with Saquon, we are missing Kelce.
Last game you didn't run anything. You got a train run on you the last game he played you.
I mean, come on, man. That was we had some stuff going on.
It's a fact.
We had some stuff going on.
You walked right into that one. You walked right into that.
Saquon,
man. Of course I see.
We'll see.
Between the Eagles and Giants, who got the last laugh? Who's 1-0 in the last one game? I think whatever I get against the damn Eagles, man.
You walked right into that
one. We'll see. I just remember like what sticks out to me is like the owner talking about how important he is versus how the GM and everybody else feels. So it was like mixed up in the organization. So
no, you know what I love about that though?
He let
Joe Shane do his
thing. Yeah.
That goes
he let the guys that he paid do their job. Right.
That goes a long way because I don't think he did that with Gettleman. I don't think he did that with Gettleman.
I don't blame him for not doing that with Gettleman.
No.
I wouldn't
have. It doesn't work. Listen, we were just talking about Jerry Jones. You know, he's messing everything up, right? You can't. Your owner cannot be involved in that shit.
That's right.
Your owner's got to let That's why you hire a GM to let them do their thing. You just sign the checks. You take care of that. You take care of all this stuff. Let them make the football decisions.
Yeah. So, but you know what though? I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry. No, it was so because I hate Mara, right? I can't stand him with a passion. I hate that's the owner in the league I hate the most because he has been so disingenuous to us as a franchise. We got our penalties back in 2012 because of John Mara, because he was talking about collusion and this, that, and the third, and he was the one that pushed it to the league and essentially got us so him being like heartbroken that Saquon was leaving, and he's like, I'm gonna have heart palpitations if he goes to the Eagles. I'm like, hell yeah. I love watching him suffer throughout that process.
Can I tell you something? Yeah. Most Giants fans probably enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Giants fans ain't very high on him either.
Yeah. He's an ass.
I mean, look at how bad our franchise has been for a decade. I mean, Louie, you know better than anybody.
Hell yeah.
Bad owner, bad team.
That's right.
Right. So whether he liked it or not, like I said,
shout out to you guys, man.
It's not like I didn't like Saquon, but we could not afford to pay him, man. We have more pressing needs than a 27-year-old running back. I mean, it's just.
Oh, come on. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna act like he's so old now. That's what I don't like that you guys. A 27-year-old. Come on, stop that.
27 for running back is coming out. He's been injured. He's got a lot of miles on his legs.
What bothers me about this Saquon thing is y'all act like Saquon ain't Saquon no more.
No, no. Look at Saquon in 2018 and look at him in 2023. That ain't the same running back.
Y'all Y'all not good though. Y'all don't have a good line. You allude to the line and all of that.
We didn't have a good line in 2018. That man was explosive. Every time he touched the ball, he don't have that in him anymore. I'm not saying he's not good, and I'm not saying he can't have a good year view. I fully expect if he's healthy, he's going to get you 1,200 yards on the ground. He's still effective, but for our team, he can't do what he used to do.
You needed him to be Clark Kent. Nobody can do that.
Exactly. So there's no point in giving him money because we can't win with him because you can't put money behind the quarterback when the line can't protect your quarterback or your running back. It didn't make sense. No, I don't think any Giants fan wanted to lose him. But if you're looking at it from a football perspective and a front office perspective and trying to get your team back, you have to understand that the game is still won in the trenches. And the Giants on that side of the ball gave up 85 sacks last year, not just to Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor. And Tyrod Taylor got hurt. This is how we got Tommy DeVito, and Tommy DeVito got hurt. They got killed. And the big thing is we got to stay healthy because you heard the very first episode. He said, what our projected starting lineup have on the line? 60 snaps together? You got to stay healthy. Losing Andrew Thomas was big. He's got to stay healthy.
That free agency video episode was also awesome because it was another insight into the thought process. Like, okay, if we get this guy, and then it was funny watching your numbers guy go back and forth like, hey, it's going to take an extra $1 million. He's like, is that going to get the deal done? Yeah. I think it'll get the deal done. All right, go ahead and do it. That's going to take us out of the market for Robert Hunt now, right? Now, we can't do him now, but we can still get, Illuminor, and we can still get Runyon, and so it was just funny watching them kind of fit the pieces of the puzzle together. And then at the end, he was like, well, we don't have any goddamn money left, so that makes it easy on us now. So if somebody's trying to come at us and ask us what we want to do, we don't have any money left, so it's easy for us to say we can't do it now.
The Jets are driving up the price, but I like Illuminor because he played under Brasillo and he can fill in a right tackle. Evan Neal is still on the PUP list. We don't know if Evan Neal can actually be a right tackle, but if that's the case, and you got to move him inside, you got a guy that can play right tackle. There's, like I said, it's improved. It's not finished by any stretch of the imagination. But
you know what, though?
This is probably the best. This is how bad our team's been. This is probably the best offense on paper Daniel Jones has had to work with since he's been there.
You know what's crazy, though? And I'm fascinated. And this is going to transition us into camp because I've seen a lot of clips. This one guy in particular that's a Giants fan that's just flooding my timeline with a bunch of Giants clips every day. Look at Theo Johnson. He looks explosive. And look at Malik Neighbors. And oh, my God, who's going to stop this guy? And then he's going off about Burns. Did you see Burns? And he beat, Thomas off the edge on the play. And he's showing me these clips. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What have we created here? But with all that said, this is going to be interesting with Daniel Jones. Because you aren't going to be able to lean on the run game this year. You're literally you said something earlier. Well, we're not going to ask him to throw it, 40 times a game. I don't know about that. You're
so
not running.
Who's projected the starting?
Whatever running back is going to be Singletary.
Yeah. But they're gonna have a bunch of stuff. I mean, I don't know what Tyrone Tracy's going to be. I don't know what Dante Miller is going to be. I don't know what Eric Gray is going to be. Singletary goes in as the starter.
Yeah,
he's an effective back.
Yes, he is. I mean, he's not Saquon. You can't run offense around him.
Singletary is a second string running back.
He's a starting running back in NFL. Stop. He's a starter.
I don't think he's a starter. Well, with the assembly line of running backs that come into the net, no disrespect to him. With the assembly line of running backs that come into the NFL, you think Devin Singletary is a bona fide starter?
He's a low-level NFL starting running back. Yes, you can start him.
I think it's a high-level backup running back. I think that's what
okay. He's one or the other. Depending on where you put him on the Giants roster, he's a starting running back. You put him on a team with a really good back.
It'll be running back by committee. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you never know with Daboll. The guys that perform best in camp are the guys that are going to get the start. I don't expect their running game. It's not Saquon Barkley, but if you have a better offensive line and they can open some holes. Devin Singletary don't need to go 80 yards for a touchdown. If Devin Singletary is making it 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, that's way better than 2nd and 10 because as good as Barkley was, if you're not blocking for the guy, Next thing you know, it's 2nd and 12, and you're behind the sticks, and you got quarterback that has no line in front of him. It's a disaster. So I don't expect Singletary to be this explosive guy that Barkley was out of the backfield or that threat, but I think he can be effective. I mean, you just want to play ahead of the sticks. So that's all I ever ask for. 2nd and 7 is better than 2nd and 12 any day. So if he gets 3 yards because the line gets a good push, I'm cool with it.
At
34,
Mike,
I'm cool with it.
At Mike NYK324. Shout out to that dude, man.
I don't know who that is.
Flooding my damn Twitter timeline with all these Giant clips. He's a good dude, man. We talk about the Giants all the time. We go back and forth. He's a good dude. But since we're on the topic of the Giants, let's start with you, Bad Dog. What are your initial impressions of the Giants at camp thus far? What has stuck out to you? Good, bad, indifferent. Talk to me about what you're feeling about. I know it's very early, and like you said, I think you guys just put on the pads not too long ago. But
today we did.
Yeah, so same with us. So talk to me about how you're feeling about the team thus far early in camp.
Like I said, we start with Malik Neighbors. I mean, he's looked every bit the part. I mean, he's been explosive off the line. He's great hands, great moxie. He's big. He's fast. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say this guy is going to be the greatest Giants receiver ever, but he is the best receiver we've had since Beckham. He's the best receiver that Daniel Jones has had to work with. For once, he's got a guy that is a threat in the passing game where you're like, we got to pay attention to this guy. I asked LB either last stream or the stream before, where would Darius Slayton be on your team? And he said he wouldn't make the Eagles. And I said, well, that's
he was bullshit.
I know he was bullshitting, but still, he'd be 4th probably, right? Wide receiver 4.
Yeah.
And he's been our. He's
I don't
been
know, man. I don't know because Ross is showing up in camp, so I don't know.
Stop it. Keep going.
John Ross, Paris Campbell. What are you? Oh my God, Paris Campbell. Get real.
Oh my God.
But Darius Slayton has been Daniel Jones' best receiver, a 5th round pick out of Auburn. That should not be that way. And Wandale looks like he can play. So I really like a Wandale Robinson can bring to the table, especially if Malik Neighbors is drawing double teams. And then you got Jalen Hyatt, who still has work to do, but I mean, that guy is just a straight burner. So you've got a consummate professional in Slayton. You got a really good slot in Wandale. You got an explosive guy in Malik Neighbors, and you got a burner in Hyatt. Plus, Theo Johnson does look pretty good. I think that was a really good pick for the Giants in the 4th round. So the offense, like I said, on paper, it is better. How that translates to a real game, we're going to find out. But I don't want to say optimistic. I'm hopeful that the offense can actually be average. That's how bad it's been.
You sound like that.
You know, it's been rough. Daniel Jones, Giants fans are always going to have this love-hate relationship with Daniel Jones. Some people just will make every excuse in the book as to why he fails, and some people never give him credit even when he succeeds. I like to think I'm pretty fair with Daniel Jones. The fact he's in camp just is a testament to how hard he works. Nobody can ever question his work ethic and desire, but that doesn't always translate. It doesn't mean talent, right? It doesn't make his talent any better. He's thrown some good passes. He's thrown some really bad passes. We saw day one him miss a running back with, and of course that's everywhere.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge just hit another home run. Let's go Yankees. But 9-3.
What is it? The home run derby?
It is today. Yankees got 4 home runs. But yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm hopeful. I think this defense can be really good.
What you think about Shane Bowen, man? He is so unimpressive to me.
Well, Shane Bowen's boring. Yeah, I mean, and you know what?
I'm not even talking about as a person. Forget about that. I don't care about that. I'm talking about as a defensive coordinator.
That's what I'm saying. He's a boring defense coordinator. He doesn't blitz.
All of that. Yeah.
He just plays a lot of coverage.
To the other end of the spectrum.
He's pretty vanilla. He's pretty vanilla.
But I'm going to say, I think that fits, his personality fits better with Brian Daboll than Wink Martindale did. And I think a lot of times when there's that internal turmoil in the locker room and the coordinators and the coaches aren't getting along, they can wear in the players. And I also was on record last year. And again, I don't know if this is true because I'm not in the locker room, but I thought at the beginning of the year, this team seemed off.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And I was like, is it because Jones got a contract and Barkley didn't? Like I thought, and again, they said, no, that wasn't a problem. But I'm like, you never know how players take that. I don't know if the locker room's clicky. I don't know if Jones has his guys and Barkley has his guys. And they were like, well, geez, they did Barkley wrong and they signed you. Like, I don't know. But that team was way different going into 2023. Like something was amiss. And that could have been Wink and Dable right at the beginning. But I love our offensive line coach. I think Brasillo has a great personality. He did great things with the Raiders in Vegas. I mean, he took a line that was absolutely terrible and he made him into a pretty damn good line. So I like our coaching. I still think Dable's a great coach. I still have a lot of faith in Brian Dable, and I still have a lot of faith in the front office. I like Joe Shane a lot. I love Brandon Brown. Like we're going to lose Brandon Brown. He's going to be a GM somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
I really like, I mean, I've always liked him. When you watch on Harden, he's just so smart. He's educated. He knows stuff. Like, that dude's just a good guy. Yeah. So I think the Giants have something, you know, they're not going to win. I'm not going to sit here and when we do our predictions go, we're going 12-5. Yeah. But I think we're better than we were last year. I think they'll be more competitive than they were last year. But the big thing is with the Giants, they got to stay healthy, man. We have had so many injuries, and you know this.
Hey, that's everybody.
Injuries too.
I think the big thing is Singletary got to be able to be that guy. He has to, because Daniel Jones is not going to be able to shoulder the load, you know, in the passing game.
No, I don't think he's going to have to shoulder the load. I mean, Saquon Barkley had one 100-yard game last year, LB, and he had 36. It was against the Jets. And he had 36 carries. It took him 36 carries to get 100 yards.
And what was your record?
6-11.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Barkley, though,
but this is what Barkley does. Barkley. Guys had to still stack the box and respect Barkley because he is Barkley. If everybody knows all you have is Barkley, then they'll play the run. Nobody's running to stack the box against Devin Singletary unless he start getting hot. Your game plan with Daniel Jones as your quarterback is to stop the run because you know he can't throw the ball or he struggles throwing the ball when it's on his shoulders. So, you know, I mean, I think Devin Singletary got to be exceptional. He got to be a surprise.
If Daniel Jones has an extra quarter of a second with a guy like Malik Neighbors that gets free really quick, maybe they go back to 2022 when they got the ball out of Jones's hands very quickly and just has to be like a 2-week quarterback. I mean, I don't know what their offensive game plan is going to be. And I think Brian Dable is calling the plays this year. Will not be Mike Kafka. He's not going to call plays. So it'll be a Brian Dable offense. And that could help Daniel Jones. I mean, I don't know. Daniel Jones is a massive question mark. He is. He's coming off an injury. He's coming off serious injuries, which is why the Giants inquired about trading up to get a quarterback. And he has not proven that he can elevate everybody else around him and that he probably needs more help. Well, this is the best team that he's seen. And if he fails this year, he's done. I mean, the Giants are going to cut ties with him. If we have another year where we're picking top 5, top 6, Giants are going to get the quarterback in 2025. So I don't know what to expect from Jones. I like I said, I'm hopeful. I wouldn't say I'm optimistic, but I'm hopeful that he can revert and go back to what he was in 2022 and maybe a little bit better. And I think if that's the case, we could be a pretty okay team. Again, we're not going to be great, but we'll be better than 6-11 if we can stay healthy, and he can be that guy going to 2022.
Before we transition to LB and what the Eagles are looking like and what he's feeling about his Eagles in camp, shout out to the almost 700 viewers out there holding us down in the comment section. There's a very spirited conversation going on in the comment section.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button too, man.
Hit that like button.
221 likes, 700 people. We gotta get the likes.
Yeah, we gotta get that ratio.
Get us, let's get us to 10K. If you ain't subscribed, we knocking on the door at 10K.
I was gonna say we're like 140 away from 10K. So
140 away. It's 700 people on here. All 700 of y'all are not subscribers.
Let's go.
Subscribe. Get us to 10K. Somebody in the comment section. That's why I was laughing. Somebody in the comment section said, "No Cowboys representative. They're not present, just like our front office." The Cowboys fans are sick of this stuff, man.
Good one. That's a good one. I love it. All right, LB, talk to me about your Eagles. You say the pads go on tomorrow, so that's going to ratchet up things at camp for you. But you've had a chance to kind of get a little bit of a look at some of the stuff that you've got going on. I heard James Bradbury is transitioning to safety.
He's transitioning
playing the
safety.
second string safety right now. So talk to me about what's going on out there with your Eagles. How you feeling about what you've seen thus far?
So overall, so far, I feel good, man. When you have a football team where guys are just used to like the small amount of success that we've had in the last 3 years with going to the playoffs 3 straight years, getting to the Super Bowl, things of that nature, you got to have some guys that are like comfortable with stepping into a role of just being selfless. And I think that just relates directly to Bradbury. You know what I mean? He acknowledged, in a press conference that, listen, I know I wasn't good last year. That's why they drafted 2 defensive backs. So, I brought this to the front office. Like, hey, maybe I should move to, safety because I'll do anything to help the team because I know I was bad last year. You know what I mean? That's a guy that just still wants to just be a part of a team because you got cornerbacks. A couple cornerbacks got hurt, I believe, in training camp. And it could be somewhat of a market for Bradbury if he wasn't happy with his role. So, you need some guys that are willing to just, do whatever it takes to win. Jalen Hurts, this has been his strongest camp so far since like a 4-day stretch. You know what I mean? I think it's around 85% completion percentage. I look at that with a lot of optimism because, this is a new defensive coordinator, and it's seeming that, what they're saying is that he has complete control over the offense. He's understanding what's going on. He got a better feel for the game. And a lot of people would have thought that was a surprise, but that's not really a surprise to me because the dude has a new coordinator like damn near every year. So, the IQ is there. He can kind of get the grasp of what's going on. AJ and Smitty, they're doing AJ and Smitty type things, man. Just shout out to the entire, team because all 90 guys reported. You know what I mean? I think that's a testament to Howie Roseman, paying guys, taking care of guys. Dudes are happy. Dudes are ready to get to work.
Trading away the guy that he knew wasn't going to get a contract and hold out like he's holding out with the Jets.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. But I like, one big takeaway from camp though for me is Vic Fangio and his honesty and his approach to the game. That's kind of refreshing for us as Eagles fans. You know what I mean? A lot of people might think Fangio was outdated, but he's got that old school approach. You know what I mean? The mentality for him so far is that if you could play, you're going to start. He don't matter. They don't care where you was drafted at and none of that stuff. And that's being shown with how we're dealing with the linebacker situation right now. Zach Bond and Devin White are getting most of the snaps. You know what I mean? As the starters for the Philadelphia Eagles. So a guy like Kobe Dean, who was drafted to be that guy, you know what I mean, is kind of taking a back seat with that. So, I feel really good so far, man. I feel good, man. The defense is confusing the offensive line. The defense got the better of the offense today, but Lane Johnson wasn't there. So you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. Lane was out. You know what I mean? Guys were able to get at Jalen Hurts or get to him or whatever the case may be. We just look good, man. To the new additions that we have, like Isaiah Rodgers, Paris Campbell, dudes are making comments like, damn, we going this hard already. Because I guess Paris Campbell came from a few organizations where they don't do that. Where they don't prioritize work. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you,
what the organizations is.
Brian, well, last year, Brian Dable even said this year with the training camp, it's not going to be run like a country club. I guess they were a little easy last year.
Yeah, it was a little sweet. It was a little sweet.
That was only year 2. He definitely could have been talking about the Giants without question.
Yeah. But I am surprised to see Quinyon Mitchell basically claiming the starting role as the nickel cornerback, if you want to judge what's going on in camp. Like he's taking that role and he's just starting there. They're sticking him there. I don't think they knew he would probably be that good in the inside. But Keely Ringo was getting the majority of the snaps, opposite of Slay. I was surprised about it. I thought that would for sure be Quinyon Mitchell. But yeah, man, all in and all out, man, I can't really complain. Jalen isn't struggling under Kellen Moore and all the head coaches and things of that nature. All the coaches are saying, he's taking full command of the offense. So I expect this, man. I expect guys to, get better. I expect guys to come out here and teach the younger guys, and that seems to be happening. Camp is going good so far, but the pads come on tomorrow, so we're going to see. I think we might be one of the last team in pads. So everything right now is kind of like a dress rehearsal. You know what I mean? Before the dress rehearsal, nobody's hitting, nobody's going full speed. So we're going to see a little something tomorrow, though.
Yeah, it gets real and it ratchets up when you get the pads on. It's a different animal for sure. When the pads
they said Brian Dable was happy there was no fights.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory. Eventually,
of course it does. Of course,
it does. The longer you get into camp with pads on, the more likely
you're getting your ass cranky. Yep.
You know how it goes. So it eventually fights are gonna happen. Our coach was talking about all of that different stuff with the trying to make sure that that's not a real issue that. Guys are
even Nakobe Dean even said it, man. He said shorts and t-shirts are cute, but the pads come on tomorrow. Right message, wrong guy. You know what I mean? Because when he put pads on, he seems to go to the ER directly after that. But that's the message, though. You know what I mean? The real game starts, man. I hope N'Kobe could show us something. You know what I mean? But it seems like we already made our decision, man. Zach Bone is that going to be that guy on the inside. I'm not sure what's really going on with Trotter Jr. They've shown a few clips of Fangio pulling them to the side and talking to him, but they are talking about Jordan Davis in a real positive light. He got his conditioning up. He lost some weight. He even cut the locks off. You know what I mean? Today he went to, he is a totally different guy. So I think that Jordan Davis is going to come into a zone and we're going to end up, one of the best young tandems at defensive tackle. So I'm excited, man, to say the least.
Well, I can't wait to see what it looks like. Are y'all doing any joint practices?
I think I forgot. I think it's the Patriots this year.
Okay.
I think it's New England.
I know the Giants and Jets. The Giants and Jets have one scheduled at some point.
We got two set up with one with the Dolphins, one with the Jets. So
those gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It'll be good work for Jaden and
maybe we got one with the Lions. Why do I think we have a joint practice with the Lions? Because I think the Giants preseason schedule, they do play the Lions. And normally they did that with the Lions last year.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I think of the Jets? They play the Lions and the Jets, so maybe they do have two scheduled.
How you feel though, Lou, about the Commanders? Because hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta keep it real, man. Daniels look good.
Yeah.
Like he looks scary accurate.
Yeah,
like he top notch.
We're trying to temper our expectations because we're getting excited about what he could potentially be. Before I get,
I wish he didn't know how to run. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wish he didn't know how to run, bro. Because I just wish if he would just not have legs and just rely on his arm, I think he'll be okay, yo. I think the running is what's gonna get him in trouble instead of trusting his arm because he can throw.
I think he'll be fine. He's not one of those dudes that's looking to run. I think he runs as now. Our offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, is going to utilize him as a runner like he did Kyler Murray in Arizona. So I think it'll be selective. It's not going to be something where he's toting a rock 16 times in a game or anything crazy like that. But he'll have his fair share of runs to keep the defense honest. But I told y'all I was going to do this. So before I get to the Washington Commanders and how I'm feeling about us in camp, I'm going to play y'all these Jerry Jones clips real quick, man. I got a couple of them. So I'm going to give y'all a little treat. I play this on my podcast, man. So the first one I'm going to play for y'all, I'm going to save the best for last, is All In. Jerry Jones talking about the Cowboys being all in this season. His definition of all in and our definition is a little bit different. Take a listen to old Jerry talking about being all in.
Here, I'm all in. I'm all in. Sometimes being all in means you narrow. You remove the months out here that are in the future, and you narrow it down to where all we're talking about is right now and the next playoff season, and that's it for everybody. We're all in. We're all in. It's all right there.
I can't take it, Lou. I can't take it.
Okay. We all got some things out here in the future, another 2 or 3 years on contracts, all that stuff. Let's all get in here. Zero right now in this. Dak's got his year. Contract. Let's focus right here. We all got a lot on the line for that playoff game. A lot of it. So you got to understand a weird way of looking at it a little bit with that time.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he sound like he getting ready to go play bingo in the day room.
Right.
You know what I mean? He sound like he waiting for his night nurse to bring the oatmeal out.
It sounded like this. Yes.
Flippity nonsense.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
God.
What did any of that mean?
He didn't even know what the hell he was doing.
He didn't even know what that means. Jerry's in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, they cooked, man. He been rich so long. He know people still going running around and buy them tickets, man. He don't care. He don't care.
Man, listen.
We're all leaving for that playoff game.
Yeah,
we're all leaving for that playoff game, not the Super Bowl.
He know going to be one. He know they won that. We getting ready for that playoff game.
That playoff game,
that man skipped the whole regular season. He went straight to the playoff. I'm like, y'all might not even make the damn playoffs this year.
He think it's week 15. They already locked up a berth.
A berth or something. Like, hey, did he forget he got a whole regular season in front of him? Yeah, hey, y'all thought that was bad, man. You have to listen to this clip. This takes the cake, man. I laughed for about 20 minutes straight off this one, man. Take a listen. It's Jerry talking about Jerry Jones, the option quarterback, man. This is gold right here. This might be platinum.
We are so involved in trying to see where we are with our situations that is a major part of seeing the leaves fall, seeing the time go by, seeing this day and this week, how they go by. And by the way, Alt, I have in my life played option quarterback so many times and wait until the last leaf on the tree. And if you want to picture an pure option quarterback going out to the sideline, I have run that ball and kept it and not hand it off to the back, not pitch it back, not throw it. And I have run that thing all the way out to the sideline before I made the decision. Because I couldn't get whatever it took it wasn't right for me to make the decision. And so what our fans, what you're seeing, what we deal with is we're buying time. We're option quarterback, and then we're going on out toward the sideline, and we haven't handed it off. We haven't pitched it. We're trying to make our mind up what to do. Does that sound like Mahomes to you?
It might be something wrong with me. It might be something wrong with me.
It do.
I think it's something wrong with me by listening to this.
It really do. So having said that, I'm just trying to give you a description here. That's what we're doing. And we're waiting for something to happen in the morning.
Yo, hold on. I got it though. I understood that. That's why I think it's something wrong with me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if me and Jerry are on the same spectrum or something, but I kind of got that. You know, what he's saying is they're just stretching it out before he make his decision. That was the option quarterback analogy.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was something wrong with me by even being able to decipher
way of going about it, but yes, that's
right.
No. So we got what he was saying, but it was a train wreck for him to get to what he was saying.
He went to China
to Patrick Mahomes. He talked about to the last leaf is on the tree when he's talking about running read option. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
What messed it all up was then we'll see in the morning.
It was in the morning. What are you talking about, man?
We'll see in the morning.
Yeah.
About?
Hey, Jerry is definitely sleepy over there, man. But
keep him awake.
I love it.
Please.
Oh man.
But you know, that's the thing though, man. No offense, Bad Dog. Old people are the last to understand that they gotta hang it up. No offense, Bad Dog. You young, Bad Dog. You the youngest person I know. No offense to my dog. But old people are the last to understand that times are changing.
It's true.
You know what I mean? They just will not understand it, man.
Hey, Drew said
they will have the old rotary phone.
Jerry said
and just keep it.
Drew said Jerry drinking that lean.
Right. I know before there was a hashtag, there was a pound sign on the touchtone phone. I know all about it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So my Commanders camp, we had pads on for the first time today. And one of the biggest conversations for us is offensive line. So we're finally getting to see what they look like with the pads on. The D-line kind of dominated practice today, which you would expect because we're shuffling around offensive line pieces trying to figure out where everything fits. So you're trying guys in different spots to kind of figure out who gives you the best chance here, who can play, multiple positions, that sort of thing. But when you talk about Jaden Daniels, he's working towards being the number one guy. They have not named him, QB1 yet. They're going through a process, and it's not like it's a real competition. Ultimately, he'll be named QB1 at some point in the summer, and then they will, kind of focus on getting him all of the first team reps and getting him prepared to start week 1 against Tampa. But they've got him going through a process. They feel good about it. The skill guys are starting to emerge a little bit. You got Terry. This is a big season for Jahan Dotson. This is a make or break season for him in terms of showing us what we have, right? Do we need to go find us a compliment to Terry, or are you that guy, right? So this is a big year for him. Zach Ertz has stepped up at tight end. We got that. Our tight end room is pretty talented. We're feeling really good about it. Now it's just determining what they're going to do. Running back, you got Austin Eckler complimenting Brian Robinson Jr. We think we might have one of the better tandems in the NFC when it's all said and done. Right now, I think we ranked it like 7th or something in the NFC in terms of running back tandem.
Should be like
I love
7th
Brian
in
Robinson,
NFL.
man. Brian Robinson's
Brian
my
Robinson's
type
a beast.
He's my type of player. I freaking love Brian Robinson.
He is awesome. And you know what was a shame last year is we were dead last in rushing attempts. And we had the most passing attempts, most dropbacks in NFL last year. So he just wasn't featured enough. It wasn't about the talent or, you know, anything that had to do with Brian Robinson. He just didn't get the opportunities last year.
The game against us?
Yeah.
He stopped running the ball.
Yeah. He was averaging like
they used him against the Eagles.
They stopped running him.
It was ridiculous. It was too many games like that throughout the last 2 years with Brian Robinson Jr. But I think that's going to change this year. He's going to get the rock. I think you're going to see them utilize him not just as a runner, but also as a guy that can catch it out of the backfield. Same with Austin Eckler. Defensively, they're ranting and raving about Frankie Louvu. Like, he is flying around. I honestly think he's going to be a Pro Bowl player this year. I wouldn't be shocked if somehow he's in an all-pro discussion. I think he's that good and has a chance to be that good this year. Our second-round pick, Johnny Newton, we drafted him. We didn't know he had an ailment with his foot, that he had already had surgery on one of his feet, which kept him out of a lot of the off-season, pre-draft workouts, which was what ultimately I think allowed him to fall to the second round to us. He got cleared. We thought we weren't going to have him back until sometime in August. He was cleared first day of camp. So now they're just working him slowly back to get him back into team drills. So now you're talking about a defensive line with Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, and Johnny Newton all inside. So we really think that our defensive line has a chance to be really, really special. With Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu behind those dudes, like, we really feel good about our linebackers and our defensive line. And then the safety position, we're loaded at safety. The biggest question mark for us is corner, right? Like, we don't really know what Emmanuel Forbes is. We're trying to figure out if Benjamin St. Juste is capable of playing in this Dan Quinn, Joe Witt Jr. scheme, because they emphasize taking the ball away. Like, the biggest thing with Dan Quinn is you got to fly around and you got to take it away. And Benjamin St. Juste doesn't do that. So we'll see if he'll be able to kind of resurrect that portion of his career, because he only has one career interception, and that literally was a ball that was thrown directly to him, loft job style. He couldn't drop that one. So so far so good in camp. We're excited about all of the things that we've seen from a lot of the young guys. The veterans are leading the team. Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz and Austin Eckler and guys like that are leading the way, because we're a relatively young team. But they brought in enough veterans that you feel good about what we have. Now it's just a matter of executing and kind of falling into the plan that's being laid in front of them. And only time will tell. Like, this is going to be a fun season from this standpoint. I don't have grandiose expectations. I know what it looks like to start from the bottom and build it up. I watch my Braves do it. I watch my Grizzlies. They haven't made it to the mountaintop yet, but we started out young, dumb, and hungry, and you work your way up. And I see a lot of the same, bricks being built now and the foundation being laid with this team. So this is going to be a fun season. It's going to be ups and downs, peaks and valleys. But it's going to be fun, man. I'm going to enjoy this season a lot, because I think it's going to set the foundation for years of success in Washington. I think it's going to start with this group that they've put together this year.
And when we get to the next live stream, Louis will be talking about they're going 12-5.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm locked in this year, man. I know what I'm looking at. I know what to expect. If we do anything north of what I predict, I'm going to be thrilled, because I can see where the faults are with this roster. I understand we're a long way from a finished product.
I'm with you, man.
We got a lot of work to do, man.
I don't know. I think you guys are closer than you think, Lou.
You know, there are certain periods where you think to yourself, maybe this could be the Texans from last year, but there's a lot of pieces that the Texans had in place already, and a lot of things that fell in place for them that we just don't have. And I don't see those things just, appearing out of thin air, right? So I think it's a process. I'm not looking to skip any steps. Now, trust me, if the football gods preordain us to skip steps, I'm all for it. But in my mind's eye, we're gonna have some missteps. We're gonna lose some games just because we don't know how to win, that we're a young team. Right, the things that come with, the growing pains of learning how to win, right? I just think they're going to be some of those games where we're close, but we still don't get it done. But it'll set the stage for us next year and the year after that to really be in a position to start competing and competing.
Yeah, I'm so glad that offensive line is ass.
I don't like this. I don't like this version of Louis T. I don't like it. I don't like this laid back, humble.
Hey,
I don't have a lot of expectations.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
The champ is here.
Look,
we go sweep the division. We beat the Giants. I want that guy.
Bad dog. You don't
Louis.
You don't want that bad
next
dog.
month.
You don't want that bad dog.
I do.
He's trying to spare himself right now.
I look, last year took a lot out of me, man. Hey, Eric Bieniemy did a number on me, bro.
Yeah.
So
he did.
He did a number on me, but this offseason has been like zen, right? That's why I'm so chill, because I've never been a part of an offseason like this before, where
it's definitely top 3 this year.
Man, what we turned in from top to bottom, from the general manager to the front office. Like, I mean, we got guys from the league front office running our clock management and challenge flags. Like, we hired a guy that specifically put in rules in the front office, now working in our front office to help us with that game management. Like, the stuff that we doing is next level stuff, right? Like, we playing chess, and I've never seen us play chess before. We've always played low level checkers. So to watch us do the things that we're doing right now, man.
I'm nervous about that defense, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I've been saying that all offseason. I'm nervous about that defense.
The defense is going to be the catalyst of our team. Wherever we go this year, it's going to be led by that defense. And remember, we had the 32nd ranked defense in the league last year. Dead last. So it's nowhere but up. But it's Dan Quinn and it's Joe Witt Jr. And y'all know what that means, right? And so I'm so excited.
Man, but then you got guys on the field that are coaches. Bobby Wagner is a coach on the field type of guy.
Yeah, he is.
And Frankie Louisville is going to excel playing with a guy like that.
That's right. And then they're playing behind Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Johnny Newton.
That's what I'm saying. That front seven is probably the best front seven in the league.
It's gonna be nasty.
But it got to prove itself to be that, though.
I mean, the Giants got a damn good front seven too. Like, the thing that we lack are the defensive ends right now. But when you got the defensive tackles like we have, if you can, I think what's going to actually benefit them is our defensive ends aren't selfish anymore. Like, we had Montez Sweat and Chase Young, and they were kind of out for self. So if we running these twists and stunts, these games, instead of them taking 2 so that it frees up the defensive tackle so he can come in scot-free, they weren't running it as tight. They weren't doing the things that they needed to do because they was out for self. They were hunting. I think you're going to see these guys be selfless. Like you talked about, LB, like guys being selfless and sacrificing for one another. I think you're going to see that up front, and it's going to lead to a lot of opportunities for Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen and the like to eat, man. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. It's going to be fun, man. It really is. All right, let's get to the comment section so we can get out of here. We're going to knock down these supers, and then we're going to get out of here. So we started the night off with Antoine Hoskins. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Antoine writes, Giants are cheeks, Eagles are doo-doo, Commanders on top. Shout out to my guy, Antoine Hoskins. That's what I'm talking about.
Only time will tell.
Cliffside. Thank you for the
Cliffside with the $4.99. Yeah. I want you to save your voice for when you're unbearable, Lou.
All right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's coming. It's coming. Cliffside with the 499. What are the top 3 most anticipated NFL East versus NFC East matchups on the schedule this year? NFC East versus NFC East matchups. Eagles. I think Eagles Giants because the Saquon storyline there.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
Eagles
That's a big
Cowboys.
Cowboys
Yeah,
Giants
yeah,
on Thanksgiving. That's always a that's a
yeah.
I think
honestly every matchup.
I think every
matchup.
It's the NFC East, man. All of them are. I don't watch a lot of football outside of the Giants, but whenever the NFC East is playing, I make it a point to watch those games.
You have to.
Yeah, but I love it. Like I love when they play each other because I just like watching them beat the hell out of one another.
I started to enjoy Commanders Giants for some reason. They always go down to the wire. You got ties. It's just
there's a couple of really bad football teams playing ugly football.
Yeah, that's normally what that amounts.
Yeah, that is what that is.
That 2022 game was really good though. The one,
it was.
The second one.
Yes,
on Sunday Night Football. It didn't end the way we wanted it to, but it was a really good game. It reminded me of those old games that mattered on national television.
Yeah.
It was fun for one night. We were back on on top, Bad Dog.
For one night, it was the 80s again.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll give you a few matches. I think y'all hit it on the head with Eagles Giants. The whole Saquon revenge situation. They're gonna hype that up. Now, do you guys play on primetime at all? Is that any of those games?
Think so.
Okay. They're gonna hype that thing up.
Sucks because it should be. It might get flexed depending on which
when it is.
We played the last game of the season again, so
if that game matters,
to be determined. Right, it's to be determined.
Yeah,
the first one's at 1 o'clock though on a Sunday.
Yeah, well, that's the one they're gonna hype up the most.
Yeah. Is the first one in Philly?
I think it's in the Meadowlands or MetLife. Okay. I think it's MetLife.
Yeah, him returning is gonna be the big one, not the one where he plays in Philly. The one coming back to MetLife is gonna be big. That's the one they're gonna hype up.
You know,
I would love to make it to that game. I'd love to go to that game just because.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. Then,
hey, if you go, I'll go. Yeah. If it's in MetLife, I've never been to MetLife.
You ain't missing anything.
You ain't missing nothing. Obviously, anytime Cowboys and Eagles play, big deal.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know when the first one of those happened, but that's a big deal.
The first one is in Philly.
Single
time.
So yeah, that's gonna be a big one. And then I
think
the
first one is in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm about to say normally y'all play them at home first. Y'all always play them at home first.
Yeah, right. It's been like that for the last 3 years, and then that one that means the most always ends up in Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah. So so it's flip flop this time. Y'all got them in Dallas first this time.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be anytime y'all play them is huge, and I think that Thanksgiving game with the Cowboys and the Eagles, I don't think we're involved in anything major this year right now. Just because we really don't have any storylines other than, us playing Dallas, Dan Quinn playing against, his old mates, but that's not a big enough deal. So I think those
this our potential guest. This our potential guest texting me right now. He watching in the wins. You know what I mean? Rome CFT. He just hating to talk about y'all should light some incense and start meditating. It's mad calm. Listen, this is a conversation.
Right. Look,
this is a conversation between gentlemen. Don't worry. We're going to smoke you. We're going to smoke you. Asking for it. You're going to get smoked.
Definitely.
You're going to get smoked. You know what? Make sure you're available for our next stream because I did tell the people that we was going to have a guest. And you know what, buddy? Your number's up, buddy. Come represent your team.
Yeah. Wrap some raw steaks around your waist and run into the lion's den and see what happens.
Right. But Rome, that's my guy, though, man. Rome, real good Cowboys content creator, but you ain't been battle tested yet.
Yeah, nah.
So you know what I mean? Come over and have this conversation.
He definitely smelling like a loud pack over there, man.
right. You know,
he finna get smoked. Come up here talking crazy. Devontae Jones. Thank you. This sounds like you right here, Bad Dog. You might want to take this.
I don't think this is me. I don't know who this is, but he says Neighbors is good, but Jones is throwing him. Laugh my ass off. Danny Penny's overthrew his running back in a simple 10-yard foot. He did. That was the whole talk on the first day of practice. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, I laughed myself. I have myself. I said, I can't wait to see Twitter.
Yeah, all the tweets. Daniel Jones is in mid-season form.
I know. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say you should be scared of Daniel Jones. He's giving you no reason to be scared. I think Malik Neighbors can certainly help him.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see. But Daniel Jones actually has some weapons in the passing game now. He hasn't had those his whole career, so we'll see. Offensive line's got to protect. My biggest concern about Daniel Jones is his health. He needs to stay healthy. He really does.
He can't read a defense either.
No, he has a hard time with it. He does.
Yeah, he processes pretty slow. So
this has been my problem with Daniel Jones. Physically, I think he's got good enough talent physically. I think his arm's strong enough. I think his accuracy is good enough. He throws a pretty good deep ball. He can run, but he doesn't process. And when you have a shitty O-line in front of him and you don't process, that's a disaster. And that's what we've been. So hopefully he doesn't have to process as long because Malik Neighbors can get free off the line of scrimmage. That'll help a lot. That'll alleviate a lot of the pressure if he's like, bam, that's his first read and he's open, bam. But, if they double team him and he's got to go elsewhere, it gets well disaster because he hasn't proven that he can hang in there and read a defense and make the right read and make the right audible at the line of scrimmage and know where to pick up a stunt. Like the Giants can't pick up a stunt to save their life. They haven't picked up a stunt in years. So, you know what I mean? It's true. They really haven't. That was one thing on Hard Knocks. I did not want J.J. McCarthy. I was dead set against McCarthy because I said he didn't do anything in Michigan. He did nothing. They had all, and I like when they said the line calls the blocking schemes. He can change it, but he's not calling those plays. Can he do that here? And they never wanted J.J. McCarthy. That was my biggest concern. Now in Minnesota, McCarthy's got a good situation. With the Giants, that situation because you wouldn't be throwing to Malik Neighbors if he was here. So.
It's gonna be fascinating, man, because if he could easily have an Odell Beckham Jr. type impact in his rookie season. Odell was crazy in his rookie season.
Odell had Eli.
I think he missed the first 2 or 3 games that year.
First 3 games.
He had like 93 catches and like 1,400 yards.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but he had one of the greatest gunslingers in NFL history, though.
He did.
No. I mean, we not.
Daniel Jones is not. Malik Neighbors is not going to look like Odell with Daniel Jones. The potential is there. I get what we picking at, but Malik Neighbors is not going to have 1,000 yards receiving.
No, actually, one of my coworkers asked me, "So you think Malik?" I said, "No." I said I can see Malik Neighbors having 800 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Like that's. I think that's. Can he have 1,000? Of course.
But
I don't expect
that's not a bad season.
But no,
how many yards did your best receiver have last year?
I don't know offhand. Slayton is probably in the 700s.
If Slayton can have 700 with the foolishness y'all put out there last year, you really think Malik can't get to 1,000 if he's healthy?
He's not getting a stack.
Louie, I'm going your route. I'm just taking the
okay. Yeah, all right, cool. I see what you did there, man. I'm not buying that.
Taking it.
That's crazy talk, man. He's getting 1,000 yards. Get out of here. Even if Dan Jones is ass, he's getting 1,000. If it
might be Drew Lock though to him. Who knows?
Exactly. He's getting a rack, man. If Danny DeVito and all those dudes out there throwing a
Tommy DeVito, but yeah, Danny DeVito. I'm surprised he wasn't our quarterback
last year. Call him Danny DeVito.
I'm taking the under.
I can't believe he beat us last year. That's craziness.
Tore you up.
Hey, I'm glad he did. That's got us Jaden Daniels instead of y'all getting Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. LT, Eagles fan. He stay on this Kellen Moore kick right here. Lou can't admit Philadelphia chips if Kellen Moore uses Saquon. I gotta see it to believe it because a lot of people want to believe that Kellen Moore wants to be balanced, but Kellen Moore wants to throw the football. Now, is he going to? I'm pretty sure this is my thought process. They're going to go into this season like, nah, we gonna.
What years was Kellen Moore the coordinator for the Cowboys?
I don't know. It was a lot of years though. It was like a good.
But didn't Zeke lead the league in rushing one of them years?
He might have. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zeke might have had 300 attempts under Kellen Moore in one season.
I thought Moore was their coordinator after. Let's see. I'm going to look real quick. Yeah, I thought Zeke was underneath somebody else.
Well, Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I thought Garrett was the guy that ran the ball with him.
I just know Kellen Moore he's a former quarterback and
LB. He was the Cowboys OC 2019 through 22.
Yeah, Zeke had 300 attempts, 19. Yeah, in 19 he had 300 attempts.
Okay.
244. I think he might have missed some games in 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
And did it consistently go down after that?
It consistently went down after that. Well, Zeke's yards, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm talking about and the carries too.
It stayed around 230.
Yeah, but you said it was 300 in that first year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, 230. LB, that's only like 15 carries a game.
Yeah, that's nothing, bro. 300. That was the first year when he first got the opportunity, so it was a little bit different. When he really got to put his imprint in, that's when he stopped. And 20, you would think 2020 would have been the year where he would have been featured because that's the year Dak got hurt. So they would have been needing to lean on him heavily. And they obviously didn't do that, and they were trash. But like Kellen Moore wants to run, he wants to throw the football, man. Who are you kidding? Like, that's who he is at his core. The short pass game is an extension of the run game with him, but he wants to throw the football. But again, I expect them to put emphasis on trying to run the football because y'all didn't pay that money to Saquon to not use him, to not utilize him. But
they're gonna reel him in if he don't give Saquon the ball.
Saquon is strong. He's there to push Hurts into the end zone, man. I told you.
That's
but this is the thing though. Saquon is also an asset in the pass catching game. So
the Yankees are putting it on the Phillies. It's 14-4.
Don't use them all. Me and my dad always say, don't use them all up in one game now. You need them tomorrow.
Yankees are getting hot right now. They're getting hot. Offense is starting to click.
I'm hoping these guys finish some games by the fourth quarter, and you know what I'm saying, we could sit some of these players out. I don't know
if that's gonna happen this year. Y'all had that 2 years ago. I don't know if you're gonna get to do that this year, especially
we was averaging 25 in the first half for like the first 8 games.
Now, and it wasn't just that you were averaging the 25 in the first half. It was that the opponents were scoring like 7 or 0 in the first half to go along with that. So you was coasting, right? Mr. HTTR, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, man. We really appreciate you for the generous donation rights. What's up, gentlemen? If we're going 10-7, how bad are y'all going to roast me?
Anything can happen. Nobody picked the Giants to go 9-7-1 in 2022. So things break, right?
We're not gonna roast you, but just understand that I'm a hold accountable type of guy. Like I needed my feet held to the fire for the last couple of years, just being really out of pocket at 12 wins, 11-12 wins. And so, they know
like they won the Super Bowl when they won a division at 7-9.
I like those guys for 9. I like those guys for 9 wins though. Like realistically, I like them for 9 wins, and I don't think that's a bad year.
This is crazy for LB to be saying this because for them years when I thought we could be good, this man had us at like 4 wins
because y'all wasn't good. But I was right though. I was right.
Oh, man. You were right last year. I don't know what you had going last year, but the year before was really disrespectful, and we should have made the playoffs like everybody else, and we struggled down the stretch. But yeah.
This is Dan Quinn is a difference maker for y'all, man.
Yes,
the Cowboys are not coming. Yo, I might go to that game in DC. The Cowboys are not, and that's a big game too. When the Cowboys got to come see Dan Quinn again, so many storylines in these divisional matchups. But the Cowboys are not coming out of DC with a win. I'm telling you, if it's somebody who would make Dak crumble, it's Dan Quinn, bro. The Cowboys are not leaving. They're not leaving FedEx.
Division, just the division in general. I think he has a good pulse of the division. So we struggled in the division.
Lou, you should try to come up, Lou, if you can make it.
I might, man. One of these, they've been trying to get me to come out to some games, man. Our stadium is a disgrace. They got to give me a real reason to leave my house. DeMarco Williams, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. DeMarco writes, what's going on, fellas? Louie, it's been a while. How you been, bro, man? I'm chilling. I appreciate you for supporting us. He says, me and the fam been doing well. We got Commander season tickets. We're up in there. You know what it is, and you know what I'm going to tell you when the time comes, man. But it's good to see y'all back representing the Commanders, getting them season tickets. It's all about putting Commanders' ass in seats because for too long we've been allowing Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles fans to come in, take over the stadium, and slowly but surely we got to take our stadium back. So people like you having this renewed sense of belief and now buying season tickets. It's a good look for us, man. So appreciate you, man, and hopefully this is the start of us turning things around, DeMarco, man. Good to hear from you too. It has been a while, man.
By the way, we're like 5 subscribers away from 9,900. So let's we got 5 people in here that can subscribe to the channel. 5?
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We should be at 10,000. See, I understand y'all be so enamored by the conversation. Y'all don't want to leave and hit the subscribe button, but it literally take 3 seconds. Hurry up and do it for your boy.
Don't make us have to do something irresponsible like we've done in the past. When we start having when we start talking about having to take shots to get y'all to certain
you know what y'all doing.
Don't right here.
Irresponsible.
Hey, and my liquid, and my liquid situation, I ain't dry no more. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't dry no more.
He was the only one that night. He was hurting too, boy. He was hurting.
Oh, I was hurting. I feel like the desert. I feel like the designated driver.
Oh man, that was hilarious, bro. Chris, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Chris writes, do you pay Jones because GM and head coach cost their GM and head coach their job? He failed this season. So do you think paying Jones will cost your GM and head coach their job?
Oh, that was for me. No, I don't. And the reason being is they can get out after this year. And I think John Mara wanted to sign Daniel Jones. And listen, the Giants, they really never had an opportunity to replace him. If you look at it, hindsight being 2020, the best thing they could have done was picked up the 5th-year option. That was the best thing they could have done, right? Because then they probably would have been away from him. But he was coming off a neck injury.
And they weren't going to do that.
Right. You didn't know what you had there. 2022, they go out and they win a play. Like 2021, when they came in, the quarterback class was horrible. We had 2 top 7 picks. Quarterback class sucked. Okay. Kenny Pickett was the only guy to go in first round. We know the rest of them are garbage. Kenny Pickett's garbage. Like that was no chance. We're picking 25th and 2022.
Hey, the Eagle. Kenny Pickett. Trash.
Right. Just trash. Yeah, has nothing to do with him being an Eagle. He's not good, right?
Hey, he ain't my starter. So, serviceable backup.
Right, a backup. But that was a bad class. 2022, no chance.
Right.
And then 2023, this year, they tried, but they weren't going to force a quarterback pick. So Daniel Jones has kind of been lucky in that he got paid, that they haven't been able to replace him. But the way that contract was constructed, I always looked at it as they gave him a 2-year deal with a 2-year team option, meaning they're going to be able to get rid of him if he sucks this year. If we're picking early in the draft, they're cutting him because his cap hit is not nearly as bad. They couldn't cut him this year. They couldn't afford to cut him. Next year, they can't. They're still going to take a cap hit, but they're going to save like $25 million. They're going to take a $20 million cap hit, but they'll save $25 million in the long run. So I don't think that they get fired. You can't keep firing GMs and coaches. If you consistently have inconsistency or instability on your team, players aren't going to want to come here. Coaches aren't going to want to come here. And the GM ain't going to want to come here because they're going to be like, well, if I screw up in 2 years, I'm taking over a lousy team and I have no chance to even build it. What's the point? Why am I going to go to this organization that doesn't even give me a chance? So
I think y'all have.
I think they're okay. Unless it really goes off the rails like I did with Joe Judge. I don't see it because even last year we could have quit. We could have tanked. The Giants could have tanked. They were down to Tommy DeVito. They could have quit. They could have lost all the games like they did when Jake Fromm and Mike Glennon were in there with Judge. They fought for Brian Daboll. I think that speaks a lot about Brian Daboll as a head coach. So I think they're safe. I think they're okay regardless. And like I said, unless they're 2-15 and they just absolutely bomb, even if they're 6-11 again, 7-10, I still think they're okay.
I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna let LB take this one.
Who's this? The is 300 kid, $2. Where's the drunk cowboy tonight? Mr. Face Plant. Hey man, let my guy live,
let him
man.
live, man.
Just because he ain't on the stream, that's my dog, man. You know what
I
mean?
That's
let
my
guy
too.
Yeah,
Hey.
let my guy do. Let my guy do his thing.
I still go to Law Nation's live streams all the time. I always
Yeah, I don't know. He's still fam, man. We keep
Right.
telling y'all. Y'all think it's
You
some
never
kind of
listen. You never know.
nefarious
You
excuse.
never know. The door is always open. Even the
Bro.
dogs are like, you never know.
Right, man. I don't know what's up with him, man. I just took Buddy out. It look like it's about to rain, bro. You gotta wait.
He like, nah, let me back in.
Right.
Martin Perez, this one's for you, Bad Dog.
He says, Bad Dog, Judge homer twice, man. Dude, 39 home runs, 99 ribs. Yankees are crushing them. I got the game on right now. Chisholm hit, Jazz hit 2 homers tonight. Volpe hit a homer tonight.
Damn, Jazz putting in the work already. He just got there.
Yeah, 2 homers tonight. Of course, he hit one off a position player in the 9th, but
okay.
Who they playing?
Judge the Phillies.
Your boys.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so Judge is unbelievable. That's playing baseball.
Judge still want my boys to do work.
Yeah.
I love Aaron Judge. Got a man crush on Aaron Judge. I mean, every Yankee fan should. He's amazing.
This is
the Izzo kid, $5. He said, "Will Barkley be the next?" What is that?
Secretariat or Sham?
Yeah,
so
thank you for doubling up.
That's the triple
for you don't know, they were brothers, half brothers.
So Sham was always raised Secretariat in the triple 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Secretariat always liked to run from behind to come on at the end. Sham was always a guy that ran up front. Well, in the Belmont in 1973, Secretariat was running stride for Sham, and Sham thought they had him because they're going to wear out Secretariat. The Secretariat ended up winning that thing by 31 lengths. So, in other words, Sham started quick and faded away. Secretariat just one of the greatest athletes ever. ESPN did the 100 greatest athletes of all time, and they named Secretariat the greatest athlete ever.
That's crazy.
I'm not even. Well, I live in Saratoga County, so I know about
the greatest athlete ever.
That's the thing. I'm not saying that's right. That's what ESPN. It was years ago that they did that, but Secretariat's probably the greatest horse ever.
Yeah. Look at Bad Dog showing his age.
Hey, listen, man. I wasn't born in '73. I ain't that old, but again, living in Saratoga, you know some stuff.
Yeah. I knew about Secretariat as well, but that's crazy.
I am old though.
So which one is he gonna be? Bad Dog? Secretariat or Sham?
He got me Sham.
I already knew.
I ain't Secretariat. Come on, man. He ain't Secretariat.
Go ahead and take that one.
Izzo again. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Devin White will be all pro. He'll be all pro bowler. If not an all pro. He's only 26. Fangio, Newtown. Yeah, I can see that. I can see him. I can see him kind of revitalizing, his career. All pro.
You didn't mention him when you talked about the linebackers getting run. You didn't mention Devin White.
I did. I said him and Zach Bond are like surefire starters right now.
Okay, all right.
So he's definitely taking a leadership role already, and that's always a good sign. Him, AJ, and what's his name? Him, AJ, and Jalen. They got a group chat called Accountability. I think that's kind of corny.
Accountability.
But it is what it is.
Like Jalen Hurts made that up. Let's call it.
No, Devin said he named it that.
Wow.
Come on, man. Jalen could do no wrong.
Clancy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, "What's up, guys? Pulling for my Giants this year. Can't wait to play Philly and Washington this year." I bet you can't wait to play us because you think it's a free 2. I'm telling you, man. We got Dan Quinn now, man.
The Giants not going to win a game in a division. The Giants are not going to win a single divisional game this year.
LB. Stop.
Tell him again. Tell him again, man.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel
Jones is the worst quarterback in the league.
Daniel Jones is 5-1-1 against Washington.
Well,
Daniel Jones.
You know what I'm gonna enjoy?
I don't think Daniel Jones. He ain't never won no game against Dan Quinn.
Drew Lock put work in on your asses last year. You might have to face him.
Hey,
man, we got Fangio in town now.
I'm gonna enjoy that.
Malik Neighbors in town now. Fangio ain't never seen nobody like Malik Neighbors
because the Giants beat them last year.
Oh, right? I have that whole offseason. That was my Christmas. Yeah.
It now gives LB a reason to be mean to the Giants. He was so nice.
It does. It has because I hate him. That's why I'm like they're not going to win it. You hear me, Lou? They're not going to win a division game. You hear all that switch?
Right. That's what I said. I'm gonna enjoy this because for years this man used to just use it was like a pity party for y'all. Like, man, I ain't even gonna mess with Bad Dog. They got it bad enough. They can't beat us. Yada yada yada. Now that they just
smoke them.
Smoke for them now. I love it.
Daniel Jones on Christmas Day too. We should have beat you that game too.
Hey man, I'm out for blood.
Yeah,
I want to bench Daniel. I want to get Daniel Jones benched.
He might be benched before he play you. I think we play you guys week 8.
Izzo again. This is not a double up. This is a quadruple up.
Yeah.
He said law face planted himself off the show. Him and his GF Hennessy.
Hey, listen, I got a shot glass right here.
Right.
We might have to do some kind of bet or something, and that involves some shots.
Yeah, right.
To figure out
whoever have the worst division record.
Yeah, that'll work.
I need 4 on stream.
That'll work. So
I need 4 on stream. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro.
4's all right. I can do 4. 4's all right.
I ain't gonna say I'm a lightweight, but I much rather strange clouds. I'll just say that. I ain't gonna say I'm a lightweight.
We gonna figure it out.
4 shots is a lot for me.
That's
true. And I'm the biggest person on here. 4 shots is a lot for me, bro.
I'm not gonna allow you to cop out that, because that's too easy, because you ain't gonna finish in last. So you ain't gonna have to take a shot. I
was comfortable with that.
Yeah, of course you was. We're gonna have to find something else that's gonna put you in the crosshairs just like the rest of us.
Okay. Y'all claim. Do you think Jalen Hurts is gonna have more passing yards than your boy?
Who? Dak?
Yeah, your boy.
He should.
I think Jalen Hurts.
He should.
Okay, all right. Y'all say he can't throw.
No way. Your guys
damn sure have more passing yards than Daniel Jones.
I hope he doesn't. If he don't have more passing yards than Daniel Jones, you guys are gonna have a terrible
y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble.
Or he got hurt or something. One of those things happened. You don't want that to happen.
No.
Or Daniel Jones has a year nobody saw happening. That's really what I would like to happen. I would love Daniel Jones to go 4,400 yards, but
yeah, that's crazy.
I got a better chance of sprout wings and flying over my house.
Yeah, facts. Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes? Oh, this ish live. Is Law holding out for a contract? Now we already explained that.
Yeah,
we already talked about that a couple shows ago.
These dudes is wild.
Listen, like I said, you never know. Law might make an appearance again.
You never know, man.
Never
know. Christopher McLaughlin, my guy Chris, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Chris, always stay holding the kid down, man. Really appreciate you as always. Chris Mack says, hey Lou and Super Friends. What up, Chris?
What
Hope
up?
everyone is doing well. Question for Bad Dog. How do you expect the offense to be better under Daboll coaching it? For everyone, what is one player under the radar that you expect to surprise for your teams, and why? So we'll start with you, Bad Dog. He asked you a question specifically.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I think that Daboll, like last year when my buddy Chris and I had Carl Banks on our show, Carl Banks was mentioning that in 2022 they kind of had Daniel Jones just 1-2 go. Last year they added more to his plate. It was a 1-2-3 go, and he really couldn't handle it. I think Brian Daboll will get back to 1-2 go, especially with guys like Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson. I think they're going to make a very concerted effort to get Daniel Jones back and get the ball the hell out of his hands quickly, even with a better offensive line. But I can see more of a quick intermediate passing game, because when you do have a guy like Malik Neighbors, he doesn't necessarily need to run by the defender for a long touchdown. You get him out in space, he can give you a big play. So I do think that's how it's going to be different. I think they'll go back to basics with Daniel Jones. I think they tried to put more on his plate, and he didn't handle it very well, and he got hurt, and the line wasn't good. So I think they take a little less and just say, manage a game like he did in 2022. He led the league in interception percentage. He threw the least amount of touchdowns in 2022. Take care of the ball. Don't turn it over. And let your receivers, like a guy like Malik Neighbors, you have a guy now that can make a play. Just get the ball to his hand, let him work. Let him eat. So I think that's what they're going to do with Daboll coaching. Let's go on the plays. I think that's what it's going to be, more basic stuff.
And while you're there, talk about under the radar player that you think might perform for your team this year.
It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Tyrone Tracy. I mean, he's a 5th round pick. He can do a lot of things. It kind of brought him in there for special teams, especially with the new kickoff rules. But I think Tyrone Tracy, who was a wide receiver in college and played running back, I think 1 year, he can do a lot of different things. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife. He's a guy that could probably surprise because he can do a little bit of everything. I don't think you expect much of a guy that late in the draft. But I think he's a guy that could surprise. And I go on the other way. I think a guy that might take a step back is Micah McFadden. I love Micah McFadden, but Micah McFadden was brought in because he was a good blitzer. And we know Wink loved the blitz. We know Bowen doesn't. So I think Micah McFadden's impact on the team will probably be lesser than it was last year. So, that's another guy I could see going I hope not, but I could see him going the other way.
Yeah. What about you, LB?
My under the radar guy is Zach Bond. I think Zach Bond is going to end up getting close to 100 tackles this year if he's his day one starter. Fangio, he don't really say much in his press conferences, but he brings this guy up a lot. He's liked him from the get-go. You know what I mean? We signed him. We thought he was going to be a special teams ace. I think that was kind of the role he was in over there in New Orleans. But I just think they had a little bit of depth at the position, and he really couldn't get him where he fit in. Here is free reign, man. It's free reign, man. You have your opportunity at linebacker here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Made a best man win type of situation. But I think it's going to be Zach Bond. I think Zach Bond is going to, just excel, man. He's given opportunity. I like Zach Bond coming out of college, and I think this is Zach Bond's time, to show people that he's a starter in the NFL. So that's my under the radar guy.
It's hard for me to choose. I got 3 all on the defensive side. I think if you force me to take one, it would be Quan Martin, our second-year safety out of Illinois. He was taken in the second round last year, but really didn't have the type of impact that we were looking for last year. And so I think they have carved out a niche for him specifically on defense to be a guy that can take it away, and I think he's going to be in a great position to make some plays. Dorrance Armstrong is another guy, came from Dallas, playing around some studs on that defensive line. I think he has a chance to really be a problem up front and finally break through and hit double-digit sacks this year, playing alongside Payne, Allen, Newton, and all of those guys. Also with LOUIE and Bobby Wagner around too as blitzers. I just think he could be one of those forgotten guys that, finds a way to the quarterback. So he's another guy too. That I think has a chance to be under the radar that plays really well for this defense. Thank you once again.
I think Forbes, he'll be better. He can't be any worse.
Facts. That's what we're hoping. We are hoping
I think he'll be better.
He steps up this year and shows why he was a first-round pick. The Is 300 kid. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Don't disrespect Nick Foles. Big Dick Nick is what they used to call him, right? John Hader will star in a blockbuster and Eagles legend. Uncle Rico was never prouder. Uncle Rico. Look at that.
Back in 82, I used to be able to throw football a quarter mile. That movie is great.
Oh, my God. Relic. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, hey, Bad Dog. Daniel is not it. I am watching this fool in camp stare down receivers and still overthrowing them. We're going to be in the QB market by mid-season.
I don't think we can get a quarterback. In mid-season. But listen, this is nothing new, man. A lot of people.
Malik Neighbors going to have 645 receiving yards.
A lot of people are down on Daniel Jones. I cannot blame people for being down on Daniel Jones. He really hasn't given us a reason to believe.
You don't think Daniel Jones trash, Bad Dog?
Do I think he's trash?
Yeah. You know what trash is.
I know what trash is.
For years. Is he trash or not?
What trash is? I don't think he's trash.
My God, I can't take this. That's the homer in you. You know he's trash.
I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I think he has a lot of things he needs to work on, and I don't think he's elite, and I don't think he'll ever be a top-tier quarterback. But I also truly believe that they have given him shit around him. I've done this before, and I will continue to do it. You can't tell me if you took any of the quarterbacks from this division and put them on the Giants, they would be as good as they are on the present team. There's no way. There is no way Jalen Hurts was put on the numbers.
Jalen Hurts could take their current Giants roster, and have them looking way more competent than Daniel Jones. He would
not have the same career. There is
Daniel Jones. Jalen Hurts could win 9 or 10 games.
Jalen Hurts was nothing until they got A.J. Brown.
Daniel Jones went to the playoffs. Jalen Hurts went to the playoffs without. Jalen went to the playoffs before we had A.J. Brown.
When?
Before we had A.J. Brown.
But he was
Jalen Hurts went to the playoffs with a rookie Devontae Smith.
Yeah, that first year when y'all switched.
Devontae, we ain't had Devontae Smith either. We ain't had that either. So no, there ain't no way. So is he good? Is Daniel Jones good? I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, that guy's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
So
But
what is he? Just give me one word. Give me one word to describe Daniel Jones. You ain't gonna say trash. You ain't gonna say good. Give me the one word.
one word? He's frustrated. He's frustrated. That's your word, LB.
All right. I'll take it,
bro. He's
I'll
frustrated.
I'm gonna get you to tell me he trashed this season.
We'll see.
It's your time, bad dog. I'm on the Giants' ass.
You better hope his ass don't beat you, LB, because that would be
Oh my God!
I'm on the Giants' ass. It's your time.
LB, if the Giants beat Philadelphia, LB calling out that day. I ain't doing it.
I told you, I'm looking forward to this because he got all the smoke for y'all now. That's what
happens. That's what happens when the Giants steamroll your ass. That's what happens.
He ain't gonna back down now.
we gonna get him. We gonna get him to call him trash this year. I can't wait.
Going Commando. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, quote, save your voice for when you're unbearable. Close quote. As a Commanders fan, I hate how hard LB makes me laugh sometimes. Y'all so civil. Just wait a few weeks. Look, we behaving ourselves now. It's all kumbaya. We all
we chilling. We
chilling right now.
Man. Wait till September. That's when it's going.
It ain't hitting weather yet. It ain't hitting weather yet.
We're gonna listen. We're gonna tighten up on our next stream because Cowboy CFT has been texting me the whole stream. One minute ago. Ooh, I can't wait to get up there. You know what I mean?
Be careful what you ask for.
That's right.
He might as well would have came in. He been texting me the whole stream.
Be careful what you ask for, man. You just might get it.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. King of the Bluegrass. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
What up, Bluegrass?
What up, fellas? What up, though? What up, though?
Yo, man, where we at with the sub count?
99-10.
We getting there.
I ain't mad at it.
Slowly but surely.
99-10.
There is 300 kid, 420 like. Hell yeah. Hit the like.
I thought he was talking about 420.
Oh, you mean this?
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about.
I thought he was talking about the likes on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
420.
Good.
Maybe he's talking about.
Hit that like button again. We almost at 500, man. Y'all 8 more get us to 500, man. Hit that like button.
Run it up.
I'm
gonna like it after we get off. I ain't gotta wait to do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say I already hit that.
I already hit the like button.
Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Because Daniel Jones can't count to 3. 1, 2, sack.
Correct. No lies detected.
No lies detected.
No lies told.
On the building.
No lies told.
That's facts. That's gonna be fun, man. Watching y'all. When is y'all first game? What week is that? First time y'all play each other.
Us? I think it's week 8. I want to say I'll check.
I know we got the Eagles somewhere in there on Thursday night.
No, I think it's week 7. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's 8.
October 20th. I think it's week 7.
Okay. That's gonna be
October
fun.
20th.
Getting close to Halloween, man. One of y'all might be dressing up as a contender by then, man. Might be playing games over there.
If we're still in the Knicks by October 20th, I'll feel really good because normally we go on by then.
Yeah, I got to see your schedule before I can. We got to go through the schedule before I can say if y'all gonna be got out of there. Because I remember 2 years ago we said.
We
should do the schedule when we have our guests.
Yeah, next week.
The next time we do the stream, that's why I said
next month. I mean,
the next time we have a guest on, we'll have our schedule. We'll do our schedule predictions for the season. So, and then we'll probably come back and have a reaction one more time before the season starts. But yeah, I think that's a good idea to go ahead and knock that out. We should wait till probably after the first 2 preseason. Nobody plays their guys in the 3rd preseason game.
Correct.
A lot of teams don't.
I'm so thirsty this year. I'm going to a preseason game. I think we play.
You super
the Ravens.
thirsty.
I'm going, bro. I'm thirsty, bro. I'm thirsty, bro. We got Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown.
He didn't play. He didn't play one game for us in the preseason.
Barkley.
He ain't playing.
I know he ain't gonna play, but I got a Saquon Barkley jersey. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
I got a Saquon jersey.
I sold it for $2.
I bet you did. No, you didn't. Stop it.
$2. $2.
I bet he did.
That's how you know he hurt. That's how you know he hurt.
I could have.
That's how you know he hurt. That whole fan base hurt.
$2.
$2. Get it.
That whole fan base hurt.
Wow.
Dead to me, Saquon. We don't play
Look,
that.
they hurt. Dead to me. They hurt. But they not keeping it real. They hurt. They hurt over there. They hurt.
Never said nothing. I hate that he went to Philadelphia. I got no Saquon. Make your damn money. I got no problem with anybody making the money. You make money.
So why you hurt then? Why you hurt?
Because he went to Philadelphia. I ain't hurt. I'm smoking.
Right.
I hate that he went to Philadelphia. I hate the Eagles. I can't stand everything about him. I hate the stupid Liberty Bell. I hate that disgusting green. I hate your stadium. I hated Buddy Ryan. I hated it all. I've hated him forever. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. And the fact that he went there.
Sweep y'all.
Well, I'm used to that. Except for last year when we kicked your ass and you guys said, yo, pull them off. Yo, they're dying out here. Pull them off the field. Pull them off.
That was a disgrace. That was a disgrace. I ain't like that.
It was fun.
We would have beat the 34-10 if we weren't trying to force a touchdown to Sterling Shepard in his last game as a Giant.
Right. AJ got hurt in that game. Jalen got hurt in that game.
Yeah, the Giants put a whooping on you. Yeah. And I haven't seen that in a long time. That felt good. Even though that game had nothing, that felt good to me. But we don't get that very much, LB.
It came out of nowhere, too. That was the crazy part.
Yeah, it was great.
Nobody saw it.
I had that all off season. That's the thing. I had that all off season.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Giants have been trash, but I can needle every team in this I know how, in this division. Like I know how to needle everyone. No matter how many the Giants have been, I always got something on everybody else in this division. So,
this is gonna be.
What you got on the Cowboys?
All trash. What?
It's gonna be a great.
What you got on the Cowboys? We slip up against.
I got the Cowboys. I told you, I'm almost 50 years old. They'll be the last time they won. I wasn't legally old enough to drink, bro. That's it. You know what? I was still using my touch tone phone the last time.
I thought he was about to bring up Tiki.
That was too easy.
Well, Tiki is better than Emmitt Smith, but we'll save that for next time.
Oh man, if DJ can't make it work with this, wow.
I agree,
bro. The core ain't good. What y'all talk about, bro? I can't get off this stream and let Bad Dog tell y'all that y'all wide receiver core is magically good now because y'all got
ain't bad. It ain't bad. Neighbors, Wandale, Jalen, Darius Slayton is pretty good.
Wandale, Slayton, who are them guys? They ain't nobody to be beating your chest about. Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver in that room, right? A rookie.
Well, I'm not going to deny that. I mean, come on, man. Malik Neighbors would be the best receiver in a lot of rooms.
I don't know about that.
He's so disrespectful.
Not in no other room in the NFC East.
He a rookie though. I mean, what you expect?
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. So now this rookie wide receiver came in here, and now Daniel Jones better be good with all this talent. It ain't nobody there for real. Hey man, hey, I'm on y'all ass, bro. Daniel Jones ain't got no talent.
You might find out firsthand. Like I said, don't let that happen because we're going in there with no expectations.
This my bold prediction right here. Y'all don't have no running game. Y'all have no running game. Daniel Jones is going to lead the league in picks.
Don't let it happen. If Daniel Jones leads the league in picks, it means he was healthy all year. That's a start. Don't let it happen.
He'll do it like that. He gives 5 games and still do it like that.
October 20th. Don't lose that game. You will not hear the end of it from me. Don't lose that game.
I guarantee victory.
Will want nothing to do with me. I
guarantee victory.
I love it.
You don't want to. You can guarantee all you want. I said,
clip it right now. I guarantee.
Don't lose that game.
We say October 20th.
Don't lose.
I guarantee a plus 10 win.
Don't lose that.
I guarantee a plus 10 win.
Don't lose that one.
We sweeping y'all.
You might win every other game the rest of the year. Don't lose that one.
I love it.
I guarantee victory. What does he talk about? Some Daniel Jones. A Saquon-less Daniel Jones.
I'm sweating down here. You're getting me out into the collar. A
Saquon-less Daniel Jones. Stop it.
He said that man gonna lead the league in interceptions.
He is. He's gonna lead the league in picks this year. Because now all of a sudden Singletary is so serviceable. This man is a backup for him. Hey, Giants fans been wilding all year, man. Now Singletary, it's bona fide starter. Singletary is a
low level. I never said that he was a bona fide starter.
He ain't no practice squad player.
Starting running.
Right. He ain't no practice squad player, but he ain't no bell cow either.
No,
I'll just say this. He has a better yards per carry average in his career than Saquon Barkley does. I'll leave it at that. That's a fact.
Devin Singletary never probably ran against a loaded box in his career. Nobody fear him.
No.
And he doesn't have as many carries either in his defense. But
no, he doesn't.
Saquon's defense. But anyway, I get what you're saying, and I get where and I'm defending Devin Singletary. He's a good NFL running back, and he's a low-level starter. I know no one ever said he was a bell cow.
I didn't say he's Saquon. I know he ain't Saquon. Shit. But he's serviceable. The man had 900 rushing yards last year.
Oh,
okay. I mean,
now we're just gonna lower the measuring stick for guys that we have respect for. Who else is running the ball with him?
I told you we don't know.
Yeah. Did he split carries?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying did he split carries? Where he came from?
Running back by committee. He's not going to be a Barkley.
No, I'm talking about where did he come from? He came from Buffalo, right? Did he split carries with somebody?
He came from Houston last year.
Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay. Oh yeah, they had that kid Pierce, right?
Yeah, but he took over for Pierce. Like,
he took the job.
Pierce
he did take the job.
Took his job and never gave it back to him last year. So
I'm not sitting here telling you that Singletary is going to do what Barkley did. Okay, I'd be a fool to do, but he, like Louis T said, he's an NFL starter, man.
Yeah, he's a low-level NFL
running back. No, is he in the top half of running backs? Probably not, but he can play. He's not. It's not some scrub. It's not some guy that they just picked up off the scrap heap and said, "Hey, we got to fill in a spot here."
Yeah, he'll be fine.
They had him at Buffalo. He did well there.
Yeah, he's good as a part of a committee at the top of the committee.
He's not carrying a team.
That's what Daniel Jones needs. I'll leave this alone. Jones needs somebody to carry the load.
I'm circling not that it wasn't circled already, but now I'm really circling that.
Hey, Saquon is too. Saquon gonna run for $150.
Saquon better hope he's even in that game. He might be sitting on the sideline with some other thing that plagued him.
There is 300 Kid. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, as an Eagle fan, I will say Daniel Jones is not the problem. It's the organization.
As an Eagles fan, I will say Daniel Jones is not the problem. As an Eagles fan, but you know what, man? I'm gonna let you live. Because that's like your 10th super chat. You deserve to have one that's off.
It's both, but it's both. Daniel Jones is part of the problem, but the organization has not done him any favors. And let's be honest, they really haven't. So, like I said, this really is. He's gone, man. The Giants can get out of this contract after this year. If he's bad or he gets hurt, he's gone.
Y'all gonna have Justin Fields. At the end of this year, y'all gonna have Justin Fields or Dak.
We're not gonna have Dak. Justin Fields is definitely a guy I can see them going with, but not Dak. They're not gonna pay
not Dak. Yeah, I'm joking with the Dak. The Raiders will have Dak.
But Justin Fields, that is absolutely a possibility if it doesn't work out with Daniel Jones. That's if Pittsburgh don't sign him back, but that's definitely a possibility.
Wallace Pratt, Fly Eagles Fly. Thank you for the super chat, bro. You already know. You know how we coming. Pause.
Hey, between that and the Jergens, man, I don't know.
The Jergens was for purpose.
Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Metaphor writes,
LB. No Kelsey at center. Tush push success. What do you mean? Do you know who Cam Jergens is? Do you know who Jergens is? Once Jergens rub up upon you, man, you know what I mean? Hey, man, listen, Jergens is still effective. Jergens is effective at getting at the next level. You know what I'm saying? He's almost a splitting image of Kelsey. So, but he ain't Kelsey. All we asking Jergens to do is
penetrate
50. Hey, boss.
This started out as a family show tonight, man.
All we asking Jergens to do is be 40% Kelsey as a Pro Bowler. 40% Kelsey as a Pro Bowler. Just give us 40% Kelsey. That's it. Just be 40% of what Kelsey could give you. I say 60%. That's a Pro Bowler.
That's a hard ask.
It is. We ain't asking him to be Kelsey. We just asking him to be. 40%.
Kelsey is also a leader of that offensive line, so it's hard to put. You know, that's something. And that's an intangible. Don't show up in the box score.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Allison, thank you.
Allison says, she said,
appreciate you. Go ahead, Bad Dog.
Tommy's got McLaurin. Dallas has a plethora of wide receivers. She's a Giants fan. That's who I took to that. And Philly has AJ and Smith. Who is Daniel Jones at? Saquon going to get injured. Let's go Giants.
See, that's what we don't do. We don't wish injury. You sound like a real hater, Allison.
She said Snakequan. I want to Snakequan.
Y'all are so hurt. Now a Snakequan? I actually like that.
Of course, it's been Snakequan.
What did you think?
I would have
a long time ago. Snakequan Barkley. Listen,
they are hurt, Lou.
She didn't say I hope he gets hurt.
Right. She didn't say
She said he's going to get hurt. She didn't say I hope he does.
She's just playing the law of averages. She's playing the law of averages. That's all.
All right, whatever. Now it's Snakequan. Snakequan's going to get snake bitten. I like it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what? I'm gonna make a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt. Snakequan. Turn him into a snake. You know what I mean? Wrapping around the Giants logo.
Yeah, chop the head right off of that sucker.
Lou, don't let them fool you, Lou. They are hurting over there. They hurt.
No. This is
I ain't hurting. I'm not hurting at all. I'm pissed off.
Yeah, no,
that hurt. I'm pissed.
Y'all feel some type of way, man. If you watch the Hard Knocks,
if that man went anywhere else out of this division, I'm so rooting for your ass. You go to Philadelphia, man. I don't root for players. I'm old. Remember, I don't do that player shit. I root for the laundry. Right. I saw the greatest Giants in the history of this franchise, when it's our 100th year, by the way, come through and go here. Eli, Lawrence Taylor, Michael Strahan, Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, Amani Toomer, Tiki Barber, the greatest positions, the greatest players we've had at each position. I've watched. I've seen all 4 Super Bowls. I've seen the best come and go. So I have no problem. I understand players come and go. What remains the same when you're a fan? The colors, man. The logo. It's about the logo on the helmet. It ain't about the name on the back of it. So you go and put that disgusting green booger puke-ass jersey on. I don't like you no more. You're dead to me, like Tiki. So you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Saquon ain't care. Saquon ain't losing. Saquon ain't going, damn, I hurt Bad Dog. Bad Dog's pissed off me. Saquon don't give a damn.
Saquon got them boys steaming like Willie Beeman.
Yeah, Saquon did us 30. And everybody.
Y'all gonna load that box. That shit gonna be play action right over top of your head, Smitty. Go ahead and load that box. Throw attention on Saquon.
Jalen Hurts made over 400 yards in that game, but they ain't letting Saquon go off. That's a fact.
Hey, this is hilarious.
Don't lose that game on October 20th. That'll be.
Hey, don't try to twist my man ankle when he go down either. Just be clean. That's all I ask.
Snakequan. I love it. Snakequan. I love it. Tony. This looks like your boy, LB. Go ahead and clean this one up.
I'm an Eagles fan from Cali. Just wanted to say that I respect all of you, including Law. What are you all most excited for with your team this year? I'm just excited about being an Eagles fan. Thank you for your super chat. I'm excited. I'm excited about having a GM that constantly puts his franchise in a winning position. I'm excited about having a GM that does his job. That's it.
I'm excited. Hey, first of all, thank you for the super chat, Tony, man. I really appreciate you, Tony.
Tony has done it again. And
has done it again. And that's what this offseason has done. It's felt good. It feels good. Yeah.
We all had good off seasons too, by the way.
Right, we do.
The one team
we definitely all had loot. It ain't if I had no loot.
Yeah, look.
And it ain't our anniversary, but shit, this is a damn good show.
You acting like that win last year is the anniversary of it right now.
That was a good way to finish the season. I was feeling good. I had that all off season.
Hey,
I got that till October 20th. I can rub that in their face.
Look, I love it, man. I just know I'm gonna lay my head on that pillow and sleep real good before the night y'all play, because whatever happens, it's gonna be great.
It is.
Theater the next.
You're gonna want to miss that one.
Listen. He ain't got nothing to lose. We give him a headshot. It was supposed to happen. They beat us. Everybody gonna break out the red panties. You know what I mean? Right. It's gonna be a celebration. Beat us.
Damn right.
We're gonna smoke them though. We're gonna take care of we're gonna handle our business.
Like I guarantee a pack of cools.
We gonna see.
I guarantee victory.
Oh, I can't wait, man. My off season, the thing that I'm most excited about is the future. You know, between Jaden Daniels, my general manager, the coaching staff that they put together, the draft that we just turned in, it was a tremendous offseason. I'm just excited for this journey, man. It feels good. We've been in the quarterback wilderness for well over 30 years. I'm not telling you that we're out of it, but if Jaden Daniels is the guy that we think he can be, we will finally be out of the quarterback wilderness for the first time in over 3 decades. So it's a lot to be excited about. What about you, Bad Dog?
Yeah, I think finally having a playmaker, a wide receiver, a guy that you can give the ball to and he can make plays, and he's actually a threat in the passing game. We haven't had that forever. I don't know if I'm excited about our offensive line, but I'm encouraged that it's better. I like our offensive line coach a lot. I liked the Brian Burns deal. I think our defense can be pretty solid. Again, I'm not expecting the Giants to move mountains here, but I do believe that having a guy like Malik Neighbors, and we lost Saquon, obviously he was our most exciting player. Nobody's going to take that away from him, but now we got a guy that is exciting just at a different position. So I'm definitely excited to see what Malik Neighbors can bring to this team. And, you know, hopefully Daniel Jones can get him the damn ball. I mean, this is going to be the big question. Can he get him the ball? Can he get the ball off his hands? Can he stay healthy? But I'm excited to see Malik Neighbors do work without questions here. I think it's going to be an exciting year to watch that kid shine.
That's going to be fun. I think this division at receiver is becoming really, really interesting now that you guys got one for sure.
Yeah.
John Perez, my guy JP, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JP says, "What's up, fellas? Sup, JP? I might plan on going to Washington versus New York week 9. Also feel great about my Commanders, especially Daniels. I actually think he could beat out Caleb for Rookie of the Year. Not too confident in Jamin Davis, though. He's got a lot of work to do. Obviously, he's running with the 3rd team right now, trying to figure out if he can play edge rusher or not. But we play the Giants week 2, man. I mean, we get straight to the shits.
We do.
I love it, man. We got a chance to exercise some demons early in the season, man.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure.
What happens there, without question.
Really appreciate you, JP, as always. The Is 300 Kid. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you as always. Eagles will get the number 1 seed. 49ers will split with the Rams. Don't the Chargers play the 49ers? Parity is king. The number 1 seed. That's pretty high.
It's right in our alley. That's what we do. We do stuff like that though.
Man, y'all didn't win the division, did y'all? So you don't play the 49ers.
No, we didn't win. We didn't do it. We didn't win the division last year.
You get to duck the best because you didn't get it done last year. So
they're a little dysfunctional to me, if you ask me, but it's a little dysfunction happening.
Yeah, they'll get their shit together. Don't you worry. Trent will get his money. Brandon is gonna play. They're not gonna get him a contract, but he'll play and they'll be fine when it's all said and done. But
they ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't my squad. So they'll figure it out, man. I can tell you this much, man. Number 1 seed is a big deal. We saw what happened the last time the Eagles had the number 1 seed. So if they can find a way to get to that number 1 seed, who knows what can happen. But we're not gonna play the Jerry Jones game and skip the whole regular season and go straight to
wake up and do that.
Yeah. 1 week at a time.
And go straight to the playoffs. We ain't gonna do that. Allison, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. I mean, I meant Snaquan. Go ahead, Bad Dog.
Yeah, she said yes. I meant Snaquan. Y'all overpaid Jalen Hurts. Waiting for Dex to destroy the Philly O-line. Can't wait for Kayvon to clock Jaden Daniels week 2. Allison's bringing the heat.
Allison
don't understand. She don't understand contracts because Jalen Hurts is like the 8th highest paid QB now. So we got in front of
like the 18th highest paid QB now.
Allison, I was vibing with you all the way till you got to the end. You were doing so well. I was like, oh, I like this, Allison. I like this, Allison. And then you had to come after Jaden. We didn't even do nothing. But you know what, though? I'm going to take that one because I had us busting y'all head to the white meat show twice last year, and then we didn't get it done. So I deserve that. But guess what? Jaden's going to bless y'all in week 2. And I'm going to have Dan Quinn unleash the dog.
The Giants swept y'all last year, Lou?
They did. That's how we got Jaden. That's how we got.
The Cowboys swept y'all too.
They didn't win the division game.
Why you?
And the Eagles. And the Eagles swept y'all.
This is what I tell the youth of America.
Motherfucker you ain't won a division. You ain't won a division game in 10 years. When the last time y'all won a division game?
It's been a while, man. I don't know. The last one might have been y'all.
It was us. I think it was us week 10 year.
might have been y'all. So we got a chance to recreate that too. By the way, we got y'all on a Thursday night, I believe, like weeks 8. I think it was
in Philly.
In Philly, yeah. You know we love coming. You know
I hate night games in Philly against Washington.
We love them.
It's either gonna be really good for us or really bad for us. It ain't no in between.
It's one of the other. Normally, y'all really good ones is against us at home at our place. So when we go to your place, it's a lot of fun, man. I can get with that. Allison, I like you a lot, but we got something for y'all in week 2.
You want to see? We've been hearing that for years.
Yeah, you know what? You already know. I'm gonna just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. This shit. Monster.
We got one more.
Well, yeah, this is it. Monster. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Didn't know the best show on tonight. You didn't know. We didn't promote this one. All right, we didn't really promote this one, but we're gonna promote the next one.
That's why you gotta have a notification gang.
Noti gang.
We're gonna promote the next one. We're gonna have a guest. We're gonna have a guest come on. We're gonna have Rome CFT if his schedule permits. He's gonna be on here talking about what he think about the Cowboys. We're gonna do our schedule predictions.
Tell him what we think about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, we definitely gonna let LB bust out the Jergens for him. Sure.
I mean, hey, pause. Whoa.
Man.
Do we talk about any new partnerships, or we wait till they go live?
I guess we could just wait till they go live because
they will wait till they go live.
They gonna hear about them. Trust me, they got no choice. So we can say that for next month. But hey, man, we really appreciate y'all rocking with the fellas tonight, man. We are almost at 10,000, man. Y'all kept us almost the entire night over 650 in terms of viewership, man. We can't thank you guys enough for all of the support that you've given us. And we got bigger and better things coming for y'all in the near future. And we do this for y'all. So we appreciate you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause for supporting the NFC EAST Super Friends.
Best division in football, baby, without question.
Division in football. Best panel breaking down the best division.
Come on, man.
Damn straight.
That's right. So with that said, we're going to exit stage left. We appreciate y'all for kicking it with us. Y'all be safe out there. Take care. And then the next time we do this, we coming with the big guns, man. Coming with the big guns. As we going to be breaking down these schedules, predicting what we think is going to happen. And we'll have somebody representing Dallas by hook or by crook. And hopefully they'll be able to carry their own weight because we ain't holding back next episode.
Nah, I ain't holding back.
So, on behalf of the NFC EAST Super Friends, we say God bless and good night.
Peace.
Peace.